Let's go. Start
Get ready.
Hello.
Keep your weapons trained on it at all times.
Are we live?
We are live now.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up? Sorry we're a little late. There was some technical difficulties that we needed to get taken care of. As you can see, you've not missed much.
What's it doing?
Looking very much like the lizard from the new Spider-Man movie. Spoiler. Alright, so before we get started, we're going to do a little bit of marketing for this thing. We're on YouTube, or Facebook and Twitter and all that jazz.
Yep.
So how are you guys doing today?
I really need to get
Welcome to the Mahalo stream. I guess it's not that fun. You enjoying this game right now, Avik?
I've probably played through this intro like 300 times, so I would love to say yes. But I can't wait to get my hands on Arkham City.
Great night for a party.
You know, we'll talk about this later when we're actually recording,
Absolutely.
but I got a chance to be in the press line for Arkham City at Comic-Con
Well, we're
last
going to talk
weekend.
about all that stuff.
Some really good stuff there.
Basically, that's what I'm about to tweet. Wally and I are playing some Batman Arkham Asylum while we chat about Arkham City and post-CES.
Oh,
Frankie.
I meant to say Comic-Con.
You just put SDCC.
that works too.
Yeah. Actually, if you do hashtag SDCC, then people are talking about the Comic-Con.
You've never let me catch
Let's do that.
Can
Hashtag
hear and see us.
SDCC.
What's up, Super Cheeseburger? And Nico no. I'm just gonna keep saying your name wrong. Wow, 13 ODST gives me a shout out. Thank you. Don't forget Gus. Gus is here too. Wouldn't be a Wally stream without Gus.
What's he doing?
Alright, so we'll get to these shout outs here in a minute. I'm going to be off chat room for a second trying to get this thing all marketed out. Do you have your screen captain? No, we'll just do a Batman. Batman image.
Don't you trust me?
That's what people like to see. You like to see Batman. Who likes to see Batman? I like to see Batman.
Come on, Joker, move.
Joker's slow. Do you know how many times I've played this game, Avik?
I would like to say many.
0.
What?
I know, right? I've actually played through this intro a bit. I played like maybe 30 minutes of this game. But yeah, I've actually never played this game before.
Well, cool.
So this is going to be a bit of a first for me.
I'm gonna try to get past all this boring stuff, so at least by the time I give you the control, you can play the good stuff.
Woohoo! I appreciate that.
City Hall and holds the mayor hostage, leaving it to me to juggle SWAT teams,
Profile.
media, and you.
Not profile.
It's been a hell of a night.
Hopefully the last one will ever happen to him.
Yeah, right.
Mahalo video games.
Now let's get this
Video games.
Alright, let me start kicking some butt here.
Lead time. Fully Wolf 707 says they should bring back Adam West's Batman.
I don't know about that one.
For
I don't know about that one.
an interview or maybe some sort of discussion panel about Batman. That could be cool.
I've actually met Adam West. He's a really nice guy.
You know, he strikes me as a nice guy.
But what would we need him for again?
You need him for camp value and fun. Come on, description. Join Wall.
Pull these guys out here and beat them all up one by one. Let's go.
As they play some Batmans and talk about cool stuff. Fun for all except dumb people. No fun. Dumb.
Good night. Boom.
Need
really love the combat in this game. Still really, really good. And it's unfortunate that I got to play Captain America, which I liked, combat-wise. It was very fun. But damn, playing this again makes that game feel so outdated.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
It's not bad, again. Like, you can tell they took everything that's good about the combat in this game, they put it in that one. Why am I even getting these Riddler trophies? No need.
Why not? Get the Riddler trophies. Riddler trophies are cool.
Break the TVs.
Did you hashtag MBG on your Twitter?
Not yet. I'm about to post it out when we switch controllers.
Cool.
Also need that YouTube link.
I've got the YouTube link now.
You know it's a trap.
Yes, it is.
Here's Gus. Hello. Hello. Gus is going to touch you. If this was 3D, you'd be freaking out right now, world.
Might be 3D pretty soon, huh?
That's true.
Wouldn't be surprised if we Logitech releases some 3D cameras, kind of much like the ones we had, except 3D compatible. Wouldn't that be sweet?
That would be phenomenally cool. Then we could be in 3D, and then you can watch us on your 3DS. Huh? Huh? Anyone?
Cool.
Has anyone watched anything on that 3DS yet? Has anyone
Yeah,
tried out the Netflix?
I actually have tried out Netflix, and the quality is pretty superb, but it's not 3D yet.
Well, Netflix doesn't have any streaming
Not
3D
yet.
movies, so.
But
But I
they
imagine
will-
soon they will.
I'm assuming by the end of the year, which is a realistic approach. But Netflix on the 3DS is really cool. The interface is in 3D, so you get to browse.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. I'm gonna play around with that. We've got a 3DS over at our station. What's up, Truffle Shuffle Boy, who gives us a shout out via our Twitter handle at JW Wally and at Man. I'll let you guys heads up. I am a Twitter whore, so if you mention me on Twitter during this stream, I will be checking this a lot, and you will get priority shout out status. Plus, you can get start following me on Twitter. I'm a good Twitter guy to follow. What you gonna follow? You gonna follow some guy, or you gonna follow me? You follow me. Alright, let's see. I think we got the Facebook thing. Oh, 3 people already like it. Hopefully that means you're in the room. So we've got the Bitly links for whenever you're ready for that on YouTube. You can do or Twitter. You can do that.
Absolutely.
So let's just start recording. Let's just start going. I'll let you play for a few minutes. I'll talk to the crowd during a bit. So what's up, guys? Wally here and Avik here as well.
Yo, what's up?
Also Gus.
Hey, Gus.
Yes, that's Gus. And we're here playing some Batman Arkham Asylum. We are at the beginning of the game. I mean, where else to start but the beginning. We're going over and through this over the next few hours, so we're going to have fun with this. Overall, Chicago 1 asks, you guys going to play a different game later? Probably not. Never say never. Who knows? The game may blow up inside our PlayStation. We'll have to play something else. But,
It's just a diversion.
yeah, I don't think we're going to play anything else. We are going to do not just Batman Arkham Asylum gameplay, but we're also going to talk about Batman Arkham City, and we're going to talk about sort of a Comic-Con recap, because I was actually down there the whole weekend. And Avik is a guy that always keeps his fingers on the pulse of the news, so he's been following all week too. So we've got lots of stuff to get through to talk about. So why don't we just get right to it?
This man basically just said Harley Quinn is always hot. Man, in Arkham City, she looks so much hotter. I don't know if you've noticed her, but she looks way more street, way more just hot.
Yeah, no, definitely a good design in this game. And an even better design in the next game, in Arkham City. The Distant Man says, careful, Wally, these guys are going to keep asking you and V to play Black Ops. Yes, it does get annoying. I'm tell you right up, straight up, if you've been following any of my live streams, you know I do not care for Black Ops, and I will not be playing Black Ops. Ever. Okay, not never, ever. Maybe once. Maybe I'll throw a bone on like April Fool's Day or something. The Best Gaming Show says, Avik, was up.
What's up? What's going on,
Oh,
peeps?
was up with a Z. That means that's a special type of what's up. It's very urban and hippie cool. We've got 13 ODST says, I am amazing, which is very interesting because me and 13 ODST have that in common. You're amazing too. See what I did there? See what I did there? All you gotta do is just stroke my ego, and then you are like my best friend ever.
Joker's been
Internet-wise. This is not a contractual agreement. Tim wants to know if Alex is there today. Yes, she is. She's here. She's working on some other videos that you can find on our Mahalo video games YouTube page. They're not live. They're just our standard normal videos. Fully Wolf says, "Hey, Avik, you stream a lot. Is that true?
I do actually, man.
Stream all the time?
I do stream a lot.
Yeah, well, hey, nothing wrong with that. Go Drink Acid finally added you to PS3.
Go Drink Acid. Good guy.
Where is Kenny? His ass? He's off doing some more work. You know, he has a job here, guys. He can't just drop everything to come play with you guys. But I am here, which I think excites 13 ODST. DJ Nerf Fanatic. DJ Nerf Fan Attic. DJ in Erfnick says use batarangs from a high view. He gives you that little heads up.
Absolutely. I've played this game many times, guys, so thank you for all the advice, but
yeah, no, that means give more advice. Give lots of advice. He loves your advice.
Just keep helping me out.
Well, real quick, you had a bunch of SD cards. I can't find any around. Can I borrow this?
Just don't delete anything.
Yes. Okay.
Oh no! Someone asked me where does Gus come from. He comes from another dimension. He's actually a young, old one-ling, and he will eventually take over the world. But right now, he's my friend. I'm just trying to protect myself when the coming revolution comes, so that's why we hang out. Mike wants to know, what's your favorite boss in Arkham Asylum?
It would easily have to be Joker at the very end of the game. Just such an epic boss battle and good way to end the game.
Ooh, so Joker. I actually really like, I guess the Joker. I've never played this game. I was going to try.
Good night. Well, Croc is in here.
Yeah, well, Croc looks like the Hulk, but with like some sort of scaly, dry skin disease.
Right. You know what's funny about this game? You could play this game in detective mode the whole time. Oh, speaking of boss battles.
Oh, do we have a boss battle already?
Well, kind of a meanie one.
Oh.
Batman being relentless.
Ah, nice.
I will find you.
Wumo26 wants to know if we could talk about Arkham City and what our expectations are about it. Yes. Whoa! What is this guy?
Yeah.
Who's this? Is the guy?
This is just a guy that Joker deformed. So Joker has this, like, mutation stuff that he's experimenting on just regular bad guys, so...
Gotcha.
Come on, buddy. Run at me.
Yeah, Wumo26, we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. We're gonna keep talking about bosses for a second, though, because they're really interesting. But this guy just... Why are we playing a Batman game and this guy's a boss? Why? And there's too many other people. Ooh. But then again, I guess I should not... Ooh. He's just knocking you silly.
Knocking me silly.
A handy tip, buy the upgrade for grappling people from above. 13 ODST is following us on Twitter now. Fantastic, 13 ODST. I love to hear that.
Come on, buddy. Run towards me.
I am going to keep my eye on my Twitter.
Look,
What?
I didn't even have to do anything.
What did you do?
He's just, that's the thing, that serum works, but without me even having to, to hurt him, he kind of dies.
That's this game's version of Batgirl. They've taken a kind of a crazy.
It was Robin, actually.
Yeah.
Joker got him. No, it's just one of his henchmen. He's injecting this, like, yeah, exactly, kind of an experimental of what they worked on Bane with, kind of. So, except as you can see, it didn't really work out. It kind of just killed him. It made him super buff and super powerful for a little bit, but kind of fell to his death. And not to ruin anything, come on. Who in here has not played the game before you haven't? Okay,
I haven't played it
I'm not
either.
going to ruin it then.
Don't ruin it. Ruin it!
But if you haven't played this, I urge you guys to play it very soon before the new one comes out. Because, again, for an old game now, what is this, like a 2-year-old game, 3-year-old game now? It's still
It holds up?
phenomenal. Oh, yeah, easily.
The Distant Man wants to know if Robin's going to be in the new game. We know that, right?
Yes,
He is going to be in the new game.
He is absolutely going to be in the game.
He doesn't look like Robin. He's going to be...
He looks like short Robin.
No.
That's all. Like, he looks
Short,
like
no,
Marine
Robin should not look like Tito Ortiz.
He
Tito
looks like a
Ortiz
Marine,
is
dude.
not who Robin is supposed to be. He should
Does he look like
he should
Tito
look like Frankie Muniz. Like I want a Frankie Muniz Robin. I don't want a Tito Ortiz.
No, but with this badass Batman, Frankie Muniz will look silly.
What the Frankie Muniz? He'll have like little things, like gadgets, and he'll throw things at. All right, fine. Justin Bieber. Can I have a Justin Bieber Robin?
Yeah, just
Justin
break up his dog.
Batman, oh Batman. Ooh, a Riddler trophy.
Joker.
Are there any cows in the new game? I don't know. Is your mom in the game? I'm sorry. I didn't. That was not personal. Morgan Man, you are. Whoever it is that had the Yoshi shirt just wins. Totally wins. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. That was a badass shirt. Fantastic, even. Yeah, haha, Frankie Muniz Robin. I agree, I am funny. Tim3520 wants to know if I like Battlefield 3.
So overrated.
I'm looking. I get. I don't like those kind of games.
Look, it looks cool.
It looks gorgeous.
And
It
whatever,
looks gorgeous.
But at the end of the day, it's not about the graphics. I mean, graphics are awesome, but come on.
I will say that I have a feeling that Battlefield 3 is going to be a better looking and playing game, but Modern Warfare is going to be the better just game, period, because it's going to have the story as well as the exciting part. But before we move any forward, we've got 30 more seconds before we switch over to the next video. I do want to say, hey, Morgan Man 50. Sorry. That was rude. You are right. Kenny Games says we should talk about Final Fantasy X. I love Final Fantasy X. I even like Final Fantasy X too. I just like the world that they created there. The world. It's good stuff. Prince of Snow says the Penguin, the Riddler, or Bane be back. I don't think so.
Who are they asking about?
They want to know if the Penguin, the Riddler, or Bane will be back in the next game.
Penguin is going to be in the next
Penguin's going to be in the next game.
And there's actually a reveal video of his, which is pretty extraordinary. So I would advise you guys to check it out.
So that's sweet. So, okay, yeah, you heard it here, I guess, kind of close to last. It's already online. Penguin will be in it. Sweet, so hold on, just 2 seconds. What's up, guys? Wally and Avik here playing some Batman Arkham Asylum live. So we're going to be interacting with people in our chat room and on my Twitter. All you have to do is tweet me, @mention me, and we will be fielding questions and just chatting and having a good time. If you're watching this after the fact, not live, feel free to comment. We will still be enjoying discussions in the comment section below. So we got Convoy Dude says the Penguin's in the next game, so is Two-Face, also Hugo Strange. That's true.
So this is one of the interesting things that in Batman Arkham City that they didn't copy any other game on. So as with my detective device, I actually scanned this alcohol sample, and in detective mode now, I'm actually following that scent.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I was going the wrong way. And Batman was like, "Oh, you know, the alcohol sample, you know, it's not smelling as strong. We're going the wrong way." It's a cool, innovative way to incorporate GPS without it being cheesy.
Also, it really emphasizes the detective nature of Batman, which gets minimalized too much outside of the comic books. Like,
I agree.
The only secondary media interpretation of Batman that ever had really good. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
How you doing? That had good detectiving stuff was the animated series. Other than that, it's all just been running around punching people. Even The Dark Knight, it had a little bit of it, but you didn't get the idea from Batman Begins The Dark Knight that was the world's greatest detective.
Right.
Because Batman is the world's greatest detective. He is the Sherlock Holmes of the modern era.
Exactly. And the more advanced version. By the way, check this out. See how he has a tear now?
Yeah.
So as you play the game, the more damage you get, the more damage you see on that.
And it stays on model the entire time. That's crazy.
Yeah. Unless he, like, you know, there's parts where he switches suits. I'm not going to run anything. But...
Oh my god, he gets suits? It's just like Lego Batman.
This game has it all. Platforming, action, stealth, detective mode. Just so awesome.
That is sweet. Truffle Shuffle Boy says, we both have a new Twitter follower, and it's him.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yay! Thank you, Truffle Shuffle Boy. I was asked if I'm a Zelda fan. I mean, who isn't a Zelda fan? Everyone loves Zelda. To varying degrees. I don't think it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread, like some people think. I prefer Final Fantasy as a series, RPG-wise. But, I mean, I love Zelda. I mean, A Link to the Past might be the greatest game ever. Like, it's in the discussion. I'm less
awesome.
less on the boat of Ocarina of Time as everyone else. I actually
Ocarina of Time is amazing.
I actually had that argument at Comic-Con this weekend.
It's too good. Too good.
No. Well, someone was saying that the definitive Zelda is Ocarina of Time. I disagree. I think the definitive Zelda is Link to the Past.
Well,
it's only good to pass. My argument is that if you asked 100 people to mentally tell me what their screenshot of Zelda is, I think most of them are going to tell you that's a top-down, isometric, Link to the Past view, not this whole 3D world sort of crazy.
But see,
it had everything. Link to the Past had it all.
But see, Zelda, it's all been the same kind of system, like gaming-wise. If you look at it as a whole, like Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past are very, very similar games.
I agree that Ocarina of Time might be a better game, but I think the quintessential Zelda experience
I love
is
Link to the Past. It's so incredible. One of the most advanced SNES games of its time. Easily.
And it holds up completely. When it came out on the GBA, it was the best GBA game of its time. I played through that twice just on the GBA, and I played it on the Super Nintendo back in the day as well. It's fantastic. What do you guys think? I want to get your guys' opinions. What do you think is the definitive Zelda game? Is it Ocarina of Time, which is the superior game, or is it A Link to the Past, which is sort of the first Zelda experience that transcended its genre and became a sort of icon? In the interim, Dolce Gabbana wants to know what I'm drinking. I'm drinking water from my X-Men cup. As you can see there, it's a fantastic large X-Men cup. Tasty. So we've got a both are great from 13 ODST, but then he really likes me, so obviously that's why he had to shirt the fence there. Truffle Shuffle says Ocarina of Time, and so does Dolce Gabbana. So okay, you know what? I mean, if the people are speaking Ocarina, I could admit I'm wrong.
It's so good. You got to play it first.
Yeah, I played Ocarina, not all the way through. I haven't beaten it, but
it's too good.
Yeah,
I'm playing on the 3DS all over, and I'm just like, I'm stoked. It's so good.
Yeah, definitely. Props to the Zelda franchise as a whole, because I mean, if the conversation you're having is what's more definitive, Ocarina of Time or Link to the Past, then the franchise is in good shape. Either one of those.
Either one.
Yeah.
So a lot of platforming going on, which is again, games nowadays are good are the games that cover everything: platforming, combat, action, story, stealth. Bonuses like environment scanning and getting stuff unlocked, and then they have the combat mode and whatnot. And just all too good. All too good.
Hazy215 wants to know, why do you sound so robot-y?
Me?
Yeah.
I am a robot.
Yeah. I mean, can we tell them? Or are we allowed? Are we allowed to?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, it's on.
Okay, yeah. We actually, at Mahalo, have been working on advanced cybernetic technology. Kind of similar to Data from Star Trek The Next Generation. And in that, we've created Avik. And he is our sort of best possible attempt. Our second attempt is actually everyone's favorite, Alex. She's the sort of super Avik, if you will.
Yeah, I was the prototype.
Yeah, Avik is a prototype, but like sort of Data, he's always striving to be more human.
I'm getting
And
I
he's pretty close.
I just can't cry. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and those are actually not gunners. Those are special.
I'm scanning stuff.
Yeah,
right
he needs those. Otherwise, he'll have an unfair advantage in the game with his super robot eyes.
Exactly. Just trying to keep it fair.
Okay, so Wally, Arkham City versus Assassin's Creed Revelations. Arkham City, hands down. Assassin's Creed looks fantastic and is going to be great. And actually, I'm really excited about the technology, the mocap performance technology for the cutscenes and stuff. But I mean, Arkham City. I mean, it's just going to be the biggest thing in the world. I can't wait.
Oracle.
DJ Kamikaze Fool just followed me on Twitter. Yeah! What up? Ooh, hold on. I'm going to field this question. The Distant Man says, "Hey, Wally. A lot of people say X-Men First Class is better than The Dark Knight. I recently watched First Class and freaking loved that movie, but I don't think it's better than The Dark Knight. What's your opinion?" My opinion is actually that you are exactly correct. First Class is an amazing film, best of the summer, and I've seen all the superhero movies except for Green Lantern at this point in time, but it's, The Dark Knight is just simply on a different level of existence when it comes to kind of movies that it is. First Class is a brilliant comic book movie. Dark Knight is just a great movie. And it lives on a different plane than First Class. I would not put the two of them together because just the sheer perfection that Nolan had in that movie, with a lot of it. Although there is one major flaw in The Dark Knight, and it's the way they handled Harvey Dent, Two-Face. I think Harvey Dent is brilliant and perfect and might be the definitive Harvey Dent, but the 10 minutes he's Two-Face ruins what is probably the most complex and interesting Batman villain, and just boils him down
It's not
to
10 minutes. It was more like...
Okay, but as far as like screen time as Two-Face, they really should have just set him up as Two-Face to let that Two-Face story, because the story of Batman is he is a man who's gone crazy with grief, and he looks into the abyss and stands on the edge, constantly looking down into it. And that's why he's so strong, because he won't fall into it. Harvey Dent Two-Face is a man that did the same thing. He looked into the abyss, but he fell in because he wasn't as strong, and so he became this sort of
evil version of Batman.
Yeah, he's literally the yin to Batman's yang. He is the opposite in all of the worst ways. All of the best qualities of Batman, Two-Face has those as the worst qualities. And I think none of that was really explored in The Dark Knight, and that was unfortunate because the setup of Harvey Dent was perfect. He is this white knight of Gotham, and I like what they did with the whole setting him up as, like, sometimes a city just needs a dark hero, not like the perfect, guy on a white horse. But the Two-Face could have been so much more. Yeah. And on that bit of genius, I'm going to stop this record and go on to the next video.
I'm going to take you to the open-end world of the game where you're going to love.
Sweet. Oh, so the very linearness of the beginning of this is just sort of like kind of an intro bit.
Exactly.
And then you get more open. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I see now what's going down with that. So we were just talking about Two-Face in The Dark Knight and his portrayal. What do you guys think of that? I'm curious. We'll spend like the next 10 minutes talking about this if you'd like. What do you guys think of The Dark Knight as a movie? All the Batman movies that Nolan has made, Batman Begins, and even Rises, which is going to be coming out next summer. What are you guys thinking about that? I'd love to hear some of your responses, because I know my opinion, and I've had it for a while, and I know Avik agrees with me because I programmed him to do so.
I agree. Oh, shoot, was that my robot voice? Oh, that was bad programming.
Vital99XC wants to know if this is Xbox or PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3, right there. Woo! Because I only play stuff on PlayStation 3. It's not. I prefer to only play stuff on PlayStation 3. Morganman50 says, I think the new Batman series, when compared to the old Batman series, is more darker. Yeah, definitely. It's got such a brutal tone to it. It's almost like movies like Heat or Goodfellas. I mean, there's all this gangster stuff and drama, whereas the old Batman movies were dark because it was Tim Burton. But like it was a campy movie. It was, things were still goofy and whimsical. Yeah. But yeah, definitely Morgan Man hits the nail on the head. The new series is super dark. And look at all that excitement for the fact that we're playing on PS3. Look at this. And people say Xbox is more popular. It's all about the PS3. Convoy Dude says, I have a strange obsession with Batman. By far my favorite DC character. I know a ton of all his villains. He's just so normal except for his gadgets. That is it. just proving that even being normal, he comes out victorious. Yeah, that's like the key element of Batman is he's just a human. He's not even a special human. He's just a motivated, rich human. It's not like Captain America is just a human, but all of his powers are enhanced to the 10th degree. It is the physical perfection of humanity. Batman is not that. Batman is just a man who is so motivated by this tragedy that happened to him that he has become as much of a fighter and a detective and just a symbol of hope that he could be by just
Joker must have figured out
perfecting himself. And then the guys just don't hurt either. If Anne Hathaway is having... oh, well, never mind. That jumped away. Also, it was a dirty comment. Yes, we know Anne Hathaway's a beautiful woman. Are you going to watch the new Batman movie? Yes. Are you going to watch the new Batman movie?
No.
I think I'm going to see it at midnight. I'm actually technically already in line. I have a body double waiting in line right now for next year. Are the words monkey pants funny? Together, yes, there is some humor to the phrase monkey pants. Separately, not so much. I mean, pants. Ooh, pants. Haha, ooh. Pantalones. However, that's funny. Pantalones. Also, cheese quesadilla.
So good right now.
And monkey. I mean, monkey is funny, but the word monkey isn't funny. But monkey pants. I just have this image of a monkey trying to put on pants, like overalls or something. Like he's like, and that was him failing to put on pants. See, that's funny. Go Drink Acid says we're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're awesome too, Go Drink Acid. Now follow us on Twitter. What is the best Batman movie? Is asked. Well, The Dark Knight's fantastic. It's a wonderful movie, but I wouldn't call it the best Batman movie because it's a good movie, but there's some quintessential Batman things in there that I don't agree with. I love Batman Forever. I know not a lot of people agree with me on that, but I love Batman Forever.
Forever was the one with Riddler, right?
Yeah, and Two-Face, and it was fun. It was the first Batman movie that it might even be the first superhero movie that really embraced some of the more cheesy aspects of comic books and just had a lot of fun with it. But number one Batman movie, if this is always going to be the case for me, Mask of the Phantasm, the animated movie from the early 90s.
Nice.
That, to me, is the quintessential origin story.
That's the cartoon one, right?
That's the cartoon one, yeah. Because that had the origin, not necessarily the origin of the parents getting killed and all that stuff, although that is in there, but it was the first time that it showed him deciding to be a vigilante, and then some of the early stuff.
So it's like him being him at that young age.
Yeah, and like
without Wayne Enterprises, right?
Well, no, it had that really perfect balance of he didn't just go off into the wilderness like Batman Begins. He stayed in Gotham, and it showed him sort of deciding to take on the mantle of Batman.
Nice.
Absolutely love that. There's going to be a new animated movie. This one's going direct to DVD called Batman Year One, which is made by the same people for the most part.
Then sounds like it might be really good.
It could be really good. It's got Brett McKenzie, who's on the show Southland. He's going to be Batman. Elijah Dushku is Catwoman.
Nice.
Bryan Cranston, who just won a couple Emmys for Breaking Bad, phenomenal show, and he was the dad in Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh yeah, I love that guy.
He's Commissioner Gordon. He's Lieutenant Gordon.
Awesome.
This is the Year One story.
I love
it. And Katie Sackhoff is another detective that Gordon works with. Fantastic cast, and I'm really looking forward to Batman Year One. But yeah, so my favorite Batman movie would be Mask of the Phantasm, followed directly behind by Batman Forever and The Dark Knight. Someone asked what my favorite superhero was. We'll get into more advanced, open-ended superhero conversation a little later. Yeah. We're going to focus on Batman for the first little bit, but I will remember you asked that, Chicago dude. Hey, Cadet's here. Cadet says something that went away. Wait, what happened?
Uh-oh, check this out, by the way. Batmobile sensor alert.
Oh, Batmobile sensor alert. Is it Batmobile's coming?
So,
Batmobile's countermeasure system.
No. Here's one thing that kind of disappointed me about this game. I thought there was really going to be a Batmobile like scene where you get to drive and all that cool stuff, but no. But there is amazing use of the Batmobile within the game. I don't want to ruin it for anybody out there who hasn't played it and wants to play it, but if you haven't played it yet, come on, guys. Time to catch up. So this is where the game becomes open-ended. So you'll have all these, sections like Arkham East, Arkham West, and whatnot, and it's kind of up to you, where you want to go, what you want to do, what your objectives are. So if you want to play stealthy, you can, or if you want to, you could just go pretty much heads up. So I could see my enemies. I could see that they're pointing their guns the other way. So if I sneak, take them silently, that's what Batman's good at. These guys out. Nice and easy. I love when they do this little slow-mo cut at the end, because that lets you know there's no more enemies around. So you could take it AC. Pretty cool way. And a lot of games copy that now. So here's the Batmobile for the first time in the game. Well, first time you get to physically see it while you're playing, and they're trashing it. They're trashing your ride. What? That's not cool.
Oh, they all need to get just beat up.
Oh, I'm about to
Don't be stealthy with these guys.
No.
Yeah. Get off my Batmobile. That's my mobile. It ain't no criminal mobile. It's the Batmobile. Yes. You throw them thugs at other thugs. Boom.
Oh! Did you see that? So free flow combo time.
Ouch.
That was a 12-hit combo I just did, which is, you got to be patient. You cannot button mash in this game. So squares to attack, X to maneuver. But damn, look what they did to the Batmobile. They messed it up.
Oh, it sucks. Do you have to like just, get a...
Basically, what I'm going to do is get my awesome explosive gel out of there.
Cool.
Because I'm going to need that. So I'm going to pocket that. And then,
Trash the car. Looks like there was a scuffle. I need to search the area around the Batmobile. There could be a clue.
Cool beans. All right, well,
we're going to let Wally jump on here right now.
yeah, I'm going to start playing in the next one. Real quick, though, I want to give a shout-out to Anto5656, who hit me up on Twitter, which is 13ODST's Twitter handle. So, yo, that special priority shout-out comes when you mention me on Twitter.
We got 13ODST asking about Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm going to get some information to you guys. I know
Sweet.
a lot about it.
So we'll do that in just 2 seconds.
Awesome.
Exactly. He's left me a trail.
So welcome back, guys. Well, you haven't gone anywhere. We haven't gone anywhere, but potentially our offline viewers have. So we are going to do that. We're going to swap up now. I'm going to play a little Batman now. And Avik is going to go. Hold on, we're going to swap headsets. This way I can hear the game as well.
Alright, dudes. So let's go ahead and hit up that first question, which was, hey, do you guys know any news about the new Zelda Skyward Sword game? Yes, a lot of news. So the game is not going to have Ganondorf as the main bad guy. That's one major news. To me, I don't care. They have a new guy. His name is, I don't know, Gearham or something like that. He's very similar to Ganon in terms of he's a lord, and he just wants to destroy everybody and kill everybody. He's evil, basically. But he's not big. He's not clunky or anything like that. He's kind of asexual, because you don't know if it's a girl or a guy.
Interesting.
Looks kind of like a female. Looks kind of like a dude. Skinny-ish. But I basically saw like a boss battle with him, and he was completely badass. As you guys know, he uses the Wii controller with the Wii plug-in, the motion plug-in at the bottom. And so now your whole right arm or left arm is going to be using, the sword. So, you're trying to attack the enemy, and they're going to kind of block in specific ways, such as horizontally or vertically, even diagonally, and even straight up forward. So, with the new boss, when you were trying to attack him, he would actually hold your sword with 2 fingers. It was pretty badass. And away, and it just goes to show that the combat system is not just about aiming and timing and hitting. It's more now going to be based on how you throw your strikes, which is pretty cool. Same with the shield. Oh, hold L1 and hold L2. I mean R2, I'm sorry. There you go.
There we go.
You might want to stay in detective mode. It will help you out a lot. Yeah. Another thing about Skyward Sword is that the game is mostly takes place in the sky. So when you're traveling from world to world, whichever worlds are available, they're giant. I don't know what you want to call them, like tunnel wind holes, and basically you maneuver over on top of them and you jump off the bird. So basically, your new Epona, which was your horse in Ocarina of Time, is now a flying bird. The bird's name is still unclarified, but gameplay-wise, it looks superb. It's something that Zelda has never done before as a series. They have taken the game to the sky. Obviously, we noticed that in Link to the Past and whatnot. Remember the sky thing?
Yeah.
But you never got to fly. You never got to do your thing. So this is a brand new approach to the game, and I love it. It looks fascinating. It looks really, really good. Also, Link looks as detailed as he's ever going to look. In terms of timeline-wise, this game does take place before Ocarina of Time, so that's pretty interesting. There are going to be special appearances in the game, characters that you guys love. I'm not going to spoil anything. Obviously, Zelda's in the game. This time around, Zelda's very much your buddy, so she'll be around until she gets taken away by the new bad guy. This part's really cool.
Come in, sit down, take off your mask. So that's
So yeah, it's Skyward Sword is a title that
someone to talk to.
needs to come out soon for Nintendo, and they are going to release it by the end of this year. I'm assuming November, because if they don't, they're going to die. Nintendo needs a great game, and Skyward Sword is going to do it. Let's see. What are the must-have games for the year? Well, some of the must-have games from my end, Arkham City, easily. The next Assassin's Creed Revelations, Uncharted 3, Gears of War 3. What's your most anticipated game?
Honestly, lately, I would have said Twisted Metal. That was my go-to right after. I think so.
Okay.
That
October,
was
right?
Yeah. That was my go-to
it's gonna be
before E3 and Comic-Con. Now I'm really looking forward to X-Men Destiny, which I'm just a big X-Men fan, so I'm actually wearing an X-Men Destiny hoodie right there.
Awesome.
I got it swag from Comic-Con. And then also, what's really, really exciting is Lord of the Rings War North, which I finally started to see stuff on, and that looks great.
Really?
I'm really, I'm just a big Lord of the Rings fan, so whenever they do a game right, and it's about, it's with the movie style, but set in the northern sort of battles, which aren't talked about or even seen in the movies. So that's exciting. It's going to be a whole area that otherwise, what do I do, by the way?
Oh, by the way, just so you know, as a funny joke, that's actually Joker sitting there, not like a fake body yet. You'll see later.
Oh, his hand is moved. Yeah, no, because it was on the head. I turned away and it moved, but yeah, it was touching the TV earlier. I was looking at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in this game.
Okay.
I think you gotta leave, actually. That's the trick.
God, dang it.
This is something cool that they do too. Go into this first-person mode. Pretty unique. It's pretty cool. Shooters on the Wii, what are the best? You know, there's not too many shooters on the Wii. The only one that I could kind of recommend, which a lot of people shot down, but I thought, hey, this is a great game, was Conduit 2. Cool stuff. I mean, if you ask me, they have multiplayer, they have a good campaign. It's pretty solid, especially for a shooter that's original and only for the Wii. Let's see what other people are saying. When will you guys talk about Batman Arkham City? We're going to start talking about it.
We'll do that in
very
3 minutes. How about that? 3 minutes. You can do a countdown. We'll talk about Arkham City.
We'll do that. What does Wally think about random humor?
Wee!
Make sure you land.
Wee!
Because Batman cannot swim.
No!
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah. So I'm not 100% sure where you're supposed to go, but if you press detective mode, or if you press select, you'll be able to see kind of what's your next objective.
Cool, I'll do that.
So, you know, we'll kind of show you a trace.
So am I trying to...
I think it shows you got to go back there. and follow the trace of that smell with your detective thing.
Yeah, well, that's how this is what I followed, and that's how I came in here.
Really?
And maybe I go over here to the medical facility?
Maybe. Or
Got a door.
press detective mode and go left real quick. Let's see where that scent is.
You sure there's no way to? Well, you hit levels like.
Keep going. That way.
Yeah, that's what I followed to get in. It was the tobacco. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're done with that.
But there's a whole mess of people over
Yeah,
there.
let's go fight.
Yeah. Do that.
I can't see any tobacco clumps. I'm going to have to retrace my steps and pick the trail back up.
So let's see. PS3 move or Wii?
PS3 move.
I guess move. Honestly,
It's better one-to-one technology, but it hasn't been utilized right yet.
right. And I think same goes to, for the Wii. They had their 3D attachment thing later on. And, oh, see, there it is. Now you got to follow those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because it didn't show me what I'd found. Not.
Right.
So okay, that makes sense.
Yep. So when you're going to battle these guys right now to your right, squares to obviously punch them down. Triangles to reverse, like counter. You'll notice these little like sensor things on their heads. That means they're about to attack you. Hit the triangle at the right time, you'll counter them. Circle is to kind of spray a bunch of guys in the face real quick, like mace them, and X to evade. So this is one cool thing. You can see what weapon everybody has, their condition, and whatnot. So it's pretty sweet. Fortunately, you can't kill people with the batarang.
Still knock them down.
Knocks them down, absolutely.
Oh. Boom! Haha, Batman. See, this game does fighting multiple villains better than I've seen in a long time. Like, they don't just sort of sit back. They all come at you, and it sort of slows down to let you make the choice to move away from somebody and towards someone else. And then just the animations of hitting one person and going to the next. Just classy all around. Boom!
Alright, so let's get to talking about Arkham City.
Arkham City, yes.
So you might want to grab those Joker teeth with your batarangs to give you some upgrade points.
Oh, cool.
So, nice. You could actually hold the left trigger too if you want to see exactly where you're. I mean, L1 if you want to see exactly where you want to throw the batarang.
Gotcha. That's cool.
I'm assuming you got to go into medical facility.
I'm making that assumption, yeah.
All right. Well, somebody's asking, have I played Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions? I actually have. I have a full walkthrough and review of the game completed. Pretty cool stuff. Anyways, Arkham City is going to be great because, as Wally was talking about the combat, if you think the combat in this is great, you're going to be able to pull off double punches, so like hit two people at the same time. You're going to be able to pull off triple hits, triple takedowns, triple evasive moves. So imagine this combat system taken to the next level. And we don't even know what form of weapons we're even dealing with yet. All the secret new weapons. Like in this one, you get a grapple hook that you could actually use on your enemy to fling them towards you. And then, attack them with like a clothesline. Cool stuff. So I can't wait to see what they do, to take the combat to the next level. I mean, we've seen a lot already, and it looks great. But one thing that they're doing is now you're not locked into just the Arkham Asylum. You're going to be able to basically check out all of Arkham City, which is, it's not Gotham City, but it is the whole city around Arkham Asylum, which is, in comparison, 4 times bigger than the open world in here, which is pretty cool. With that being said, is there going to be a Batmobile drivable and playable? Who knows? We could hope so. At the same time, as you guys know, or might not know, in Arkham City, you're going to be able to fly. Literally fly as much as you want. Swoop down, swoop up. And this one, you basically just glide. There's no going up. There's no flying. Really. So as long as you're holding X, you're doing this, which is gliding. Cool. But imagine flying. Imagine swooping down, swooping up, grappling, pulling yourself back into the air. That's the type of stuff that
So it's like Spider-Man.
Can't wait. Yeah. Let's see what else people are saying. Well, Brett behind us is playing Captain America Super Soldier. And even though that's a great game, and the combat is probably the best part about the game, again, this Batman being such an old game now, in comparison, is still the more definitive game, the better game. I mean, Captain America, the new Captain America takes a lot from this game. A lot of examples.
Where do you do upgrades from?
Press select, and you should be able to do upgrades from there. Wait, yeah, select. There you go. So you can choose any of these pretty much. Your special combo boost, your combo batarang, your critical combo strike. Yeah.
It didn't. I didn't
Did
do
you?
it.
Oh. Oh, I don't think you could upgrade yet.
Oh, don't I? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need more points. Cool.
More points.
Más puntos.
Yes. So, another thing Arkham City is going to have is a lot more bosses, a lot more mini bosses, a new form of enemies which are going to be tougher to take down. And of course, instead of just Joker as the main villain, there's going to be a bunch more villains now competing, such as Penguin. I believe Scarecrow will make a return. I know for a fact that Croc is going to return.
Oh.
Yeah. Take out your gel, explosive gel. You know what's cool? You can actually put this on the ground, lure enemies near it, and activate it, and watch them just fly. It's pretty cool.
There we go.
Will Mr. Freeze be a boss character? Okay, well, if you guys want me to ruin it for you, then yes, he is going to be in that one. In fact, there's a huge, huge tease of Mr. Freeze in this game towards the end. For any of you guys who have played it, remember at the end when you fight Harley Quinn for the final time and you lock her up? The final time that you lock her up in that little prison cell, if you look closely, one of the prison cells is completely frozen.
Interesting.
And that's just a hint from the developers, like, yo, we wanted to put him in this, but we're going to wait till the sequel. So,
is he going to be voiced by Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I hope so, because if he is, then it would become the game of the guarantee. I mean, why wouldn't you? I'm Mr. Freeze. I'm so cool. So yes, we don't know if he. I mean, obviously he's going to be a boss if he's in the game, right?
He could be a friend.
So. Hold R2 to crouch. There you go. He might be your friend because Catwoman is technically your friend in the game.
Yeah.
And she's a playable character. And, that opens up a brand new realm of, combat moves, which is sweet. Catwoman's moves are really fast, agile, quick, lightning speed attacks, which are great. Batman is just straightforward, strong, smart, competitive, and he takes any of his opponents out. And then now you're going to have Robin as one of the main players. Not necessarily part of the main game, but he will be, much like Joker is in the challenges in the first one, only on the PS3. He will be a playable character in those modes. So, and he's going to have a completely brand new moveset, all that good stuff. So, it should be interesting to see what they do.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. What about Poison Ivy? Will she be a boss villain? Well, Poison Ivy's a boss villain in this one, and she doesn't die at the end. She kind of gets put.
Why does he need the doctor?
Did she get put in prison? No, she didn't. Her plant actually swallowed her. And took her with her. So it should be interesting to see if she's going to be in the second one. I wouldn't be surprised if she was. They're going to be Scarecrow. Well, yeah, Scarecrow didn't die. Remember, at the end, Batman beats him up, but he does not die. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was to make a comeback in the new one. Hey, what's going on, Combo Sherwood? What's up? What's up? Got somebody asking, Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts?
Oh!
I would say Final Fantasy.
Getting shot.
That Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts was made after Final Fantasy. Ouch. Shotgun to the back of the head. Ouch.
You're better at this than I am.
I'll take these guys out.
Little bats are sleeping. Someone finish him up.
Cool game.
Yeah.
I've never played, so I wanted to hand it over to Avik. He's going to play for a little while longer because he's much better at this, and it's much better for you guys to watch. I'll get back into it in a little bit. The 99999 says, "Hey, Avik, Wally, what's up? What's up with you, the 99999?
What's up, dude?
Do I have any more Twitter mentioners? Do I? Nope. I don't. And whose fault is that? I wonder. Audience, looking at you. So, what were we talking about? I was paying attention only ever so slightly because of because I was kind of really into the game. It's really kind of hard to pay attention because it's a really the ambiance of the game is phenomenal. Like, you just really get wrapped up in it.
Oh yeah.
Go Drink Acid wants a shout out. Okay, Morgan Man followed me on Twitter. You are the man. So hey, V, when the second time you encounter Scarecrow, didn't you think your game froze? Because I did too.
That was probably one of the most clever things I've ever seen developers do in the game, because I literally got up to go turn my system off and I was freaking out. I was like, what happened? And Scarecrow messes with your mind like that.
Awesome. That's like straight out of classic Metal Gear Solid right there.
You know what they do though? They literally, it looks like the game resets. All of a sudden you're like, what? What happened? No, what happened? Where's my save game? And it starts just like how the intro starts. And you're like, what happened? And all of a sudden, instead of Batman driving the carts, it's Joker. And you're like, what? What the heck is going on? And you play the reversal role where now you're strapped as Batman onto the chair, and Joker's taking you inside.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Will there be downloadable content for Arkham City? I have to assume that will be.
Absolutely.
And there's been downloadable content for just about everything these days.
So watch this guy over there in the top right corner, right there. He's going to pop. Boonk. So his body's somewhere on the floor right there. These guys are going to run to him, but I'm going to go after this guy real quick. Quick takeout, and fly away. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Not good at all. What was that beeping? Truffle Shuffle Boy wants to know. Well, that is our timer. Because, yes, there's this really long video out there of this live stream, but we also like to cut it down into 10-minute little chunks for easier consumption. So that's what we do. We hit a start and stop on a record, which that's what the beeping was. And if you're watching this after the fact separately, then yeah, that's how we make them chopped up like that. We do that because if you watch the 10-minute chunks, the quality is actually even better than what you're watching right now. So this way we can get a full HD version of our live streams, as well as the long version that you guys are watching now, and that'll also be available online with all your comments and stuff. So DJ Nerf Fanatic says Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts?
Final Fantasy.
Well, yeah, Final Fantasy. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is just Final Fantasy with Disney, and I love Disney, but it's way too watered down Final Fantasy. And I never really got too into the story of Kingdom Hearts.
It's
the whole
not bad.
Keyblade, it's not bad at all, but the whole Keyblade thing and the Mickey and then they started going into the past and prequel things, and it got a little messy for me. Final Fantasy, like, it's very rare that you would have even a world come back for a second game, let alone continuing story. So I do like how you pick up a Final Fantasy game, almost any one.
Brand new, right?
And it's brand new. You kind of get it right from the start. With the obvious exceptions of, like, X2, or 10.2, pardon me, and then 13.2, which is coming out. As well as stuff like Final Fantasy XII, which takes place in the same world as Final Fantasy Tactics,
right?
Which was cool. It was nice to sometimes get back into that. Family Guy or American Dad? That one's really easy. American Dad all the way. That game or show rocks. I don't know if you've ever seen my favorite episode, but it's called something about Rapture. But it's basically the Rapture happens, and it turns the whole world into like an 80s post-apocalyptic demon action movie. It's phenomenal. It's like maybe the best 30 minutes I've seen on TV in animated form. Very good. Christian FTWLLL asked actually a hot point question. Does sex in games ruin the experience? It's a sticky subject, and some people, Avik immediately says no, because, you know, he's like that. But it's a valid concern, because people say that video games don't necessarily need that, and it's more of a children's medium. And it certainly was at a time, but much like comic books, how they became much more adult in the late 70s and 80s, video games are becoming that too. And they're really understanding that it's all about appealing to what audience you're interested in. And when you limit the audience to just children, like people try to do with video games, you really, limit what you can do with the medium as a whole. Like, no, children are not supposed to be playing Mortal Kombat. People are not supposed to be playing God of War or even Grand Theft Auto, which is where some of the sex and game stuff comes from. They're not. They're M-rated games. You're not supposed to play them. If you're at Best Buy and they sell it to you, well, that's just as wrong as if you're at Best Buy and they sell a kid's showgirls. No one says differently, but this fact that people can't disassociate comic books and video games from children really is a problem. And I think as old people are no longer an issue and the young people become the old people, I think we're going to start seeing that being less and less of a thing.
Yeah.
How can games be kid-oriented with M ratings? They can't, and that's the point, is people need to understand that if things are coming out with M ratings, they're not kid-oriented. And that there are video games and experiences, and the predominant sort of demographic for video games now is kids between the ages of like 15 and 25. Right. It's not, little kids anymore. It used to be, it certainly did. Like when the original Nintendo came out and Sonic, like those old mascots were totally G-rated. And now the mascots are Master Chief.
Family friendly, if you want to say.
Yeah, family friendly is a better way to put it, because G kind of has a watered down connotation.
Right.
But video games as a whole are becoming so much more. And once people can understand that, and there was the big success, the ruling was that it was unconstitutional to put people in jail for selling M-rated games, because it's no different than R-rated movies. And you can't, start regulating stuff like that, because you're just going to stifle the medium.
Want to check out a cool Riddler puzzle?
Yeah,
so the way Riddler puzzles work, you normally wouldn't see that. But you see that question mark?
No.
You see that period that's on the bottom of it?
You
so you have to
up?
align them. And once you align them, you scan it. But it says solution not aligned.
Align it better. Maybe it's...
There you go.
Nice.
So there's a lot of those, and there's one like literally on top of like the highest point in the game, and it's like this giant question mark, and you're like, what? And then you have to find the dot, and it's so awesome.
Yeah. So there was a follow-up question: is the desensitization of violence a bad thing? And that's a very interesting, good point, because technically, I mean, yes, the answer is you don't want to desensitize anyone to bad, horrible things, because desensitizing something is, for the most part, not good. But, what is desensitizing, though? Just because someone plays Mortal Kombat doesn't mean they can't understand and feel real violence, because it's not real violence. It's cartoon violence. So yeah, the desensitizing of violence is a bad thing, but people need to understand that the more prevalent it is in the society, there's just going to be different standards. Where kids might seem desensitized, but if they were to ever come into contact with like a real dead body, for instance, I think it would be just as powerful, and you just don't want to ever have them try that out. Okay, so let's get on to some fun topics. That was kind of a down, dreary one. What was my favorite Nick cartoon? Oh, that's interesting. I was actually watching... that's cool.
Love the moves that get stronger and stronger.
Nick cartoon. I was actually watching one of my favorite ones last night. Rocko's Modern Life.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Yes, and his little dog, Spunky!
I used to draw Rocko.
Oh, Rocko is fantastic. I also have been really excited about Doug lately. I've been watching some old Doug. Because recently on the channel Team Nick, they started this new midnight block called The 90s Are Alright that has Clarissa Explains It All that.
That's
Doug,
so awesome.
All of them. And then they'll eventually get into some really great sort of stuff with Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark? I was going to mention that.
Oh yeah. Hey Dude, Salute Your Shorts, all those great. Legends of the Hidden Temple. The 99999 asks, who is my favorite Batman villain? Two-Face, bar none. Just there's so much complexity to him, and there's a lot of complexity to the Joker that people will say, and that's true. but nothing compared to what's going on with Two-Face. Not just what's going on in his mind, but what's going on in Batman's mind when he fights him, because this is one of his old friends. When the character's done right, he is one of Batman's dearest and oldest friends, who both of them together in a different scenario, in a different world, probably would have been crusading on a corporate level to clean up like corporate issues, but instead there's a lot of negativity and horror and tragedy, and he becomes a supervillain and Batman becomes a superhero. It's crazy. Invader Hector has kept asking me if I remember him. I am not ignoring you, but every time your question pops up, I'm in the middle of some pontification on another subject. I don't remember. Should I remember you? I probably do. I'm just bad with names, particularly screen names. I remember you now because I had to say that I didn't, and I felt bad about that. But now I will remember you forever and for always. But at least I'm not a liar. I could have just said yeah. I mean, there's really no negative to just saying that. Have I ever played X-Men Origins Wolverine? That game is phenomenal. That game is a lot of fun. That is the best Wolverine game I think they could ever even make. I don't think you can make a better game.
I actually think it's the best X-Men game. But then again, it doesn't heavily involve X-Men, so I'll take it.
Well, it's called X-Men. Right. There are games that heavily involve the X-Men that don't even have X-Men in the title, like, say, Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it definitely counts. I actually recently did a video of the top 5 X-Men games of all time when First Class came out, and I had that at number 3. Number 1 was X-Men Legends 2. I think that game is phenomenal. But Wolverine is a great game, too. Absolutely love it.
Such great action, too, in that game. Just the combat, like, to me, you need to have strong combat. You need to.
Yeah, especially Wolverine-based combat, because he's got to be just ripping and tearing and going nuts, because that's what he is. He's Berserker. Vital says, Wally, what do you think about Heavy Rain? I love games like that. I love games that really push the boundaries of storytelling.
Right.
And really start blending the lines between what's a video game and what's a movie and what's a TV show and all that stuff. Because in the future, we're not going to be playing games exactly like we're playing them now. We're not going to be watching movies exactly like we're watching them now. And Heavy Rain is just a great step in an interesting new direction that, you know, it might end up being an important piece to what will be considered the normal standard video game and movie operating, you know, in the future. What is the most fluid fighting game ever?
Fluid?
Fluid. I'm assuming you mean just like smooth, you know, not clunky. So all the Mortal Kombats are out. Definitely something Capcom. I really like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for its smoothness of play, but sometimes that's just a little too fast.
Right.
Maybe Street Fighter 4.
I'm not 100% sure what they mean by fluid. Like
I'm
quick
thinking
the game is, how great it looks, or how fluid the fighting system is.
I'm thinking it's because I mean, if you look at Mortal Kombat, how there's a lot of starting and stopping, it's kind of clunky. I mean, it plays great. I love Mortal Kombat, but it's a little clunky. I believe when they say fluid, I think they mean just more of just a continuous flow of sort of punches and kicks and feel. I would probably say Killer Instinct.
Wow, love that game. But
I get it. I'm not big enough of a fighting fan to go. Combat wise, yeah, I would probably say Marvel vs. Capcom 3, just because that's the one I play the most right now, and I keep going back to it. Can't wait for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's gonna be great.
That's right.
Have you guys heard about this? Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They're adding 12 new characters. Well, it's actually
including my favorite, which I was so disappointed that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 didn't put Strider.
Strider, yeah, Strider's coming back.
Love Strider.
My favorite isn't coming back. Still,
maybe
alas.
DLC. I don't know.
Maybe DLC. Although I'm less certain they're going to do more DLC now that they're just releasing the giant chunk of new characters. Because now there's an even 50. And before when it was 38, like I'm like, oh, they're definitely adding characters. Now it's even 50. I don't know. Someone had said something about Lego Batman a long time ago. I just wanted to point out that yes, I love Lego Batman. It's fantastic. I'm playing it right now, actually. I don't know if people are aware or familiar, but I do Lego Pirates of the Caribbean videos. I went for the 100% full complete playthrough, and that had such a good response that I decided to go through all the Lego games essentially in the same sort of free play 100% mold. And the next one will be Lego Batman. I have been playing through the story mode just to get myself ready to do the free play. And I've been doing that live streaming. I'll probably do another Lego Batman live stream later this week. I'll let you guys know if you follow me on Twitter when that happens. It'll be on the main channel, but it won't be as publicized. It's just going to be a quick little solo project. But I love that game. It's fantastic. So Lego Batman, big thumbs up. Thoughts on the Alien vs. Predator game? Have you seen anything from Alien vs. Predator?
I don't know what they're talking about. If they're talking about the old one.
I think they remember talking about the new one. The one that there's a new one coming out.
Which one?
Alien vs. Predator.
Another one?
I'm pretty sure that I saw something at E3 about it.
I can't leave him to
Can't
die.
think. I played ADP, the most recent one that came out, and it was pretty cool, but nothing special at all.
I can't leave him to die.
Bearcat won.
If I leave,
Yeah, no, well, I mean, that game,
I can't leave him to die.
I think there's a new one. If there isn't a new one, I'm smoking something, there should be, because I love the universe. Whenever they do Alien vs. Predator
Can't leave him to die.
properly, where it's like they're going at each other and you play as like a Marine that's just sort of stuck in the middle, that's always the best. I love that. When they try to make it like, oh, you're allying with the Predator to go after the alien.
Right.
No. That's horrible. Just give me some
Well,
human
this one,
in the
it's
middle.
like, the one I played, it was Marine, the Predator, or the aliens. You know?
Yeah,
and
three
it was-
different factions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way it should be.
And the Marines were pretty terrible to play as, like, just not
Well,
fun.
they're useless.
Worst FPS, for sure. And then Predator was fun, but very boring. And Aliens were definitely, in my opinion, the best to play as because they're just so awesome. Fast, stealthy, night vision. I mean, what else can you ask for?
Yeah, no, I definitely, because what I love so much about those games is they give you three just widely divergent styles of gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
Which is one of the things why StarCraft is so awesome, because you've got the same game that's played in three completely different ways, which is what, like, particularly the original Alien vs. Predators games did, those old school first-person shooters. They just gave you three so cool and different versions of how to play through it, and it was just a blast. I love that, and it's such a shame that the movies didn't follow suit with that same level of intensity and awesomeness. Real quick, we've got a couple Twitter shout-outs. Robson Games E3, who hit both of us up. So what's up to you, sir? I love your Pac-Man logo. And then Truffle Shuffle Boy 123 hit us up from Connor3000. That's his Twitter handle. And he says hi. So you should follow those guys. They're cool people too, because they followed me and they said, what's up to me. So, yeah, there we go.
Oh, check this out, by the way. This part's really cool.
Oh, because they're behind the wall. Oh, this is gonna be cool.
But I ain't done yet. I'm gonna put another one behind the other guys. So here, I mean, this is just a super simple example of how they make this game so awesome.
Oh, wow.
Quite aware that his job as
And you do really feel like a detective, and they do really reward you if you play stealthy. So check this out.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice. You don't have to go beat up anyone. You just
Nope.
and
She
then
survives.
Sweet.
Everybody else dies.
That's awesome. Prince of Snow asks who's the girl in our logo. That is Andrea Renee. She used to be our host of our daily show, Mahalo Video Games Today. She's no longer with us. She is off to greener pastures. But we're still using her new image because she's pretty. Why not? Why not have a pretty girl? Right? It's better than putting my face up there.
No, your face would be better. I think that's what we should do, maybe.
Yeah. What?
Maybe we should Photoshop your face right there.
I could see that. Well, with or without the beard?
With.
Yeah, okay. Well, if we don't have a new host in the next 2 weeks, we'll do that. I will get on that.
We should.
Wally, would you use magic or melee in Final Fantasy? I actually preferred melee. I always had a magic character, and it was important to have someone, but I always made sure it was white magic. So I could make sure I had cures and other sort of help as opposed to attacking magic. Attacking magic to me was cool and all, but I just like to run and just hit something with my weapon. I always like to make sure I got the ultimate weapons and leveled them up as much as possible. I do like summons though. I really liked summons a lot. Summons were really good. Ooh, well, someone asked me what I think about Harry Potter, and I will answer that in like 2 or 3 minutes when we switch over to the next video, because it will take me at least 10 minutes to go over what I like about Harry Potter. But beforehand, someone very cool gamer asked me, what's my favorite Star Wars movie? What's your favorite Star Wars movie, Avik?
That's a tough question.
There have been 6.5 of them. Well, 7.5.
What?
Well, I count the animated Clone Wars movie and then the 2 Ewok adventures as half each. So together, there's 3 of them, but that equals 1.5. I would say my favorite is probably Empire Strikes Back. I mean, that one's easily the best movie, although it's not as fun as, say, the original or Return of the Jedi, or even Revenge of the Sith. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think they're all really good. You know what? I'm gonna have to say Phantom of the Menace.
Really?
Yeah. You know why? Because that one song is so epic. Like when they fight Darth Maul on that song.
Yes, Duel of the Fates. That's really good.
It was so good that it was like it was on TRL. Remember that?
Yeah, no, they had a music video. It was like a single. It was
like a single. Yeah, it was awesome. And when the very first time I saw that that battle between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and his master, it was pretty epic. I was awestruck. So I would have to say that one, but I love all of them dearly.
Yeah. So everybody at Vorikman berated him for saying Phantom Menace is his favorite Star Wars movie.
Sorry, guys.
Please hit him up, mention him, and that's just silly. Very, very silly. Hey, what's up? Gus is back. Hello. Hello. Everyone likes to see Gus. Gus is a favorite.
Go back.
So Princess Snow wants to know what's that beeping. We've gone over that on a previous video. It's our timer. The final fight of episode 1 saved the movie. The Dissident Man agrees with you. I don't think it saved the movie. I think it simply made it watchable. I actually think there's a lot of great stuff in Phantom Menace. I'm going to go ahead and be honest about this. There is some great stuff in Phantom Menace. There are only 2 things that ruin that movie. One is Jake Lloyd. He is a horrible little actor. He's horrible. He's awful.
Wait,
he's an
Jake
adult.
Lloyd?
He's the kid Anakin.
Oh,
he's just bad. Very, very bad. And especially when he's having scenes with Liam Neeson and Natalie Portman.
Yeah,
it's just he reeks of poorness, and it's just bad. And second is Jar Jar Binks. I mean, Jar Jar Binks is just a mistake through and through. He's just dumb. He's like, but not like that fun dumb, which I think they wanted it to be. It's just like the kind of dumb that makes you want to send him back to school. He really needs more schooling. I think he's a socially, he can't even function in society. And I mean, there's something to be said about a character that, there's nothing to be said. Just Jar Jar, boo, down with Jar Jar. But take those 2 things out of Phantom Menace, and I think it's a really good movie. The music's great. They use a lot more sets and less CGI than in the later 2, so it does kind of have a little more of that feel of the original Star Wars than the next 2. And I think we can all agree that Attack of the Clones is the worst. But even that has a lot of great things in it. I like that one too. So
I don't know, man. Attack of the Clones was awesome too for me because
okay, fine.
Because I don't know, the Yoda. Yoda's the man.
What about Yoda?
He's the man.
Hi.
Hello.
Prepare to face your fears.
Ah, Joker.
I'm putting the bounty out, 50,000 credits to the first person to kill Jar Jar Binks. 100,000 if you put it on YouTube. Don't do that, because Jar Jar Binks is actually voiced by a real human. And he's a nice guy. Ahmed Best, poor guy, it is not his fault. It's not a prototype sword, it is a prototype arm. Hi-ya.
Did you ever play Prototype?
No, I didn't, but I do have this awesome arm.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And from what I understand,
Scarecrow, by the way.
Scarecrow. Ooh. The next prototype game is going to be phenomenal. I actually got to see it in action at Comic-Con this year, and it is so cool. It looks fantastic. That's why I got this swag from Comic-Con, because I liked it so much. I'm probably going to play the game.
I never thought I would say this, but as amazing as Infamous 2 was, I really believe that Prototype 2 is going to be really good, if not better.
Is that a prototype arm? Yes, Cyberwolfang, it is. Can you learn my nick? I like Illinois G... Well, I lost it. I'm hearing double, like 2 TVs at the same time on the same show. Maybe there's an audio issue. If anyone else is having that problem, let me know, and we can try to adjust, but I think you might be the only one having that issue. Cool cutscene. Have you seen the Robot Chicken version of Star Wars? Yes, I've seen all 3 of their specials. They're hilarious. Very fantastic.
By the way, this is one of the parts where Batman realizes that he's been drugged in a way. But not really yet.
Oh, is that Scarecrow thing coming up?
Yeah, it's happening right now. Like, he just saw Commissioner Gordon being dragged down there, but he never really did. So.
Interesting.
And now the level's kind of like doing this left and right sway. I don't know if you noticed. It's kind of crazy.
Thank you guys for letting us know that our audio is cool. Whoever was having that problem, we're sorry. We'll try to fix that. If we're having any issues, let us know. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going. Batman on drugs. Yep, Batman on drugs.
Do we have any,
oh no. Is that Gordon?
I'm sorry, Jim.
Yeah,
I think we have one more card. That can't be real. But his eyes are all red.
Yeah, when he has detective mode on, his eyes go red.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe that was the drugs.
Oh yeah, maybe it is. You're right. It's on right now. Yep.
Vorik has robot voice. Can you change headset, please? Well, Prince of Snow, Avik is a robot. You can check.
Oh, I think it's because. Oh no, I'm fine. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I'm fine.
Maybe it's because. Oh, there's roaches.
Why is there roaches?
Damn it.
This part's awesome.
Oh, this is creepy.
Yeah, look how creepy this part is. Look.
Oh. Something's obviously been dragged around.
What's this? Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh. I'm hearing get out of here.
Are there zombies or something? I can't hear this. I'm just watching. This is ridiculous. Hold on. I'm gonna sacrifice some audio quality on my end so I can hear this.
So look, they say get out of here. You open the door, you walk into the same room, and you're like, what the heck?
But now there's people.
Yeah. Check this out. Okay, well, I'll open this one. It's his father. Look how cool this is.
Is that his mom?
Yep. Who do you think is going to be in the last battle?
Him.
That's easy to say. Think harder.
Should
I open it?
Yeah.
They get you good in this game, I must admit. Really well done.
This is insane.
Yep, and wait, what just happened? Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah.
What's happening?
It's raining.
Oh my! No, you're like in another universe.
I am. Look at this. Ooh. He's very, very painful. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is that a giant scarecrow?
Holy shimoly, yes it is.
You're in my world now.
So they made this an interesting boss battle. Instead of combating him, you're actually doing platforming. So
this is cool.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if you haven't played this game, excellent.
Whoa. I really like that.
I want Scarecrow to spot you, so.
I like how he's got like syringes on his hand, like claws. It's Freddy Krueger. I mean, Scarecrow.
It's very cool.
He's floating.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, move! Batman, move! No! Oh, wow, that was close. Oh, no! No! Look.
Oh!
Squashes him. Dead. I love this. When you die, depending on the villain that takes you out, they say something original each time, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
But let's get back to that, and I will beat it right now.
Oh.
Just to show you what happens afterwards. Because it is pretty epic. I hate the fact that you have to start all over, though, when you...
That does suck.
When you let him
Well,
catch
at
you.
least it's right here and not earlier in the level.
True that.
Word.
Come on. That was not cool. How isn't he dizzy? Who? Batman? I think Batman is dizzy. That's why he's seeing all this crazy stuff while Scarecrow plays with Batman's emotions. Alright. Patience is virtual.
You got this. You got this. I've turned the audio off so I can't hear it anymore. That was going to be too much. The beeping. The incessant beeping.
What's crazy is in this version, because you fight Scarecrow a couple times, he's just turning around in a circle. Later on, he goes like back and forth. That's tricky.
Have you tried the 3D version of it?
I have actually on the PC. And,
how is it?
It's cool. It's pretty cool. But, you know, same game. 3D effects, not bad. I like it.
Yeah, 3D gaming as a whole is
I don't know if that's going to do it.
is super interesting. Nope.
Alright, we'll wait.
What's up, you guys? Chad here.
How late is it over there? I'm from Belgium, and here it's 0.46. I guess that means 12:46. I'm just making an assumption. Here it's 3:46 in the afternoon, so it's pretty early. Oh, he caught you. Oh, you avoided his gaze. Is Batman drunk?
He is drugged.
He's drugged, so
Scarecrow
kind of.
is making him hallucinate to the craziest level ever. And Scarecrow is not stopping and looking for me. This is kind of crazy. So I'm just going to move along. Run away!
What is up, everybody?
Uh-oh. Use it!
And then you shine it in his face?
Well, yep, because he'll go blind.
Nice.
And he won't be able to harm us.
Sweet.
Where are we? We're back at the morgue. Great little sequence. Awesome stuff.
Can you hear me? Bruce, what's going on?
Now Bruce finally comes to his senses. If you look at his eyes, they're back to normal.
I lost contact.
So good catch, Wally. When his eyes are red, that means he's drugged.
So you're done with Scarecrow at the moment?
I'm done with Scarecrows, that's for sure. And look at all these upgrades in the game,
Wow.
which are so awesome. That you're going to be able to get later on, like the multi-batarang, the remote control batarang. So let's go ahead and upgrade our combo batarang, which is awesome.
Sweet.
Now you can actually use your batarang to super knock somebody out.
Nice.
And use it in between battle too.
Slowed me down.
Well, cool.
I'll get back to you in a bit.
How can you tell how many peeps are watching the vid? I don't know, Mr. Wet. They used to have a nice little ticker, but since this is all technically beta still with YouTube live stream, they're still working at the kinks. Overall, Chicago 1 says, should I get Batman Arkham Asylum or X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum is probably the better game experience. We do have a vote for Wolverine, though, and I do say Wolverine's a phenomenal game.
Yeah, but both of you haven't played this, so it's not fair to...
That is true. That is true. The two people that are saying Wolverine have not played this. I will say this, though. This game has the story down pat. Wolverine as an action brawler, I don't know that you can ever even make a better type of game. It's just so rewarding, even after playing it for hours and hours and hours. It doesn't get repetitive.
Combat's so awesome.
Yeah, but this game has just so many. Like, we just watched a platforming psychedelic, boss battle. Like,
Right.
you're not going to get anything remotely similar to that in Wolverine. So this game definitely wins the superhero game. Like any superhero game, go for this one first. Another one to recommend, though, if you played this and you really like superhero games, The Marvel Ultimate Alliance games are fantastic as well. I love those.
Yeah, the second one was actually really fun. That's the one where you combine powers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. It is asked, do we plan on beating this whole game live? No, we're only going to play it for, I don't know, maybe 2 more hours.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, we can, but
we're
just
just
have to rush through it.
Yeah, we're just having fun with it, talking about stuff. The point more of the stream is less about showing off this gameplay and more about just having fun talking with you guys about some stuff.
Hey, what about some post Comic-Con stuff?
Yeah, why don't we talk a little Comic-Con? So I was just down at Comic-Con, and I'll start with the story that actually makes a lot of sense for Batman. I got to do some press stuff for Arkham City.
Sweet.
And
Give us some juicy details.
yeah, so we were talking to Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, and Mark Hamill, the voice of the Joker, and they're both incredibly stoked at how this Arkham City has turned out. They really like how much darker it is than any of the other Batman and Joker work they've done before, because they were also the voices of those characters in Batman the Animated Series, and have been playing those characters for 20 years now. It was funny when asked if there's any sort of Joker character story that Mark Hamill has yet to do that he'd like to do. He says he really would love to do the voice of Joker for The Killing Joke, which is the classic Joker story, where he does something really just horrible. It's probably the first time that Joker really...
I thought Mark Hamill stated last year that he's done doing Joker.
He's done in the sense of, like, he's not going to go back and do any more animated series stuff.
Okay.
And if there's a Batman Arkham Asylum 3, he may or may not participate, but if given the opportunity to put the punctuation mark on his time as the Joker, as he said, he would love. He said he would love to do The Killing Joke, and I think the world needs to see that, honestly.
The world needs now is
Batman or Batman Beyond? Cyberwolf fan asks. If we're talking about the animated series, they're both in the same universe. They're both kind of one and the same. Batman Beyond is just the future of that Batman. I really prefer the animated series simply because I think that is maybe a perfect animated series. But Batman Beyond is awesome too. And I prefer Batman Beyond to The Batman or Batman Brave and the Bold, which are both 2 good Batman shows, but not as good as the animated series or Batman Beyond. So the Arkham City people were very cool. They're obviously very jazzed about the game they've created. And the game is going to be just sick good. It's going to be phenomenal. Like this, and the key is they're working just as hard as making the action better as they are as making the story better. And that's what I believe it's Rocksteady who's actually making these games. What they're doing so well is that they are proportionally ramping up the ambiance and the atmosphere just as much as the gameplay. And that's what a lot of people kind of forget when they're making games like this, is just because it looks and feels just like the first one but has 2 or 3 new upgrades, that doesn't make it a good sequel. A good sequel needs to take what the first one did well, take what the first one did bad, and amplify the good and minimize the bad. And the story was good, so you need to amplify that. You can't just give us more of the same. And I think they understand that, and that's, you know, that's what makes this game so exciting, because we know they're looking at it the right way, and we know there's trust that they're going to nail it.
But they're also very, very innovative people. Like as game developers, they did change. I mean, again, there has never been a complete, comic book based video game where it's just innovative in a sense where, you know, it compares to like mainstream games. It really does. And this was nominated as Game of the Year on so many different levels. And that's what I appreciate the most about it. The fact that the developers didn't copy what was already out there, they just had to innovate, you know, something that was not done before. and they nailed it with this one. So
Took longer than I thought.
Yeah,
they did a really, really good job. And like I said, for a 2-year-old, 3-year-old game, this still holds its own and is still better than any comic book based game that's come out in the last 3 years. To be honest with you, and look at the games that are coming out now. Green Lantern, cool, but not even close to what these games are trying to do and accomplish.
Well, the best sort of example that you can do just to show, and this is a good analogy, is look at Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah.
That is a phenomenal
Great
Spider-Man.
game. Great game.
That is
I
fantastic.
agree.
It has everything about it. It's a great comic book game. But it's still missing that something, that special sauce that makes it a great game.
Right.
And so it will never be nominated for Game of the Year awards. It'll be up there. People will talk about, oh, that was a fun Spider-Man game. But it's missing something. This game has it.
Yeah.
They found that secret sauce.
Yeah.
And Arkham City
Look how
looks like it
personal
has.
this game is.
Yeah, they've nailed the tone of the characters so well. And one of the things I'm worried about with Arkham City because of that is I feel that taking it to this Arkham City thing and not putting it just in Gotham proper might be troublesome. It might get a little away. But every time I get worried about that, then we'll see a trailer that shows some story, or we'll see the concept design of Catwoman or Two-Face, and then it just all comes back to making so much sense.
Yeah.
And they really.
I mean, check out what's going on now.
I mean, right there, that's Bane. I guarantee you right there, that is a significantly better interpretation of Bane than what Christopher Nolan's going to do in the next movie. Because there's no trust that Nolan really grasps the characters. Nolan understands good filmmaking through and through. He's a phenomenal filmmaker. But I don't think he completely grasps Batman. And that's fine for a movie. You don't have to make a perfect Batman movie. I mean, in his movie is proof point. He made a phenomenal movie that was great, and I can't wait for the next one. But I have no trust that he's going to do the characters right because I don't think he knows the characters well enough. Flip side of that, the Rocksteady people, they know the characters. I trust.
And they love the Batman series, and that makes a big difference. I'm sure Christopher Nolan loves Batman, but I'm sure he's not a hardcore fan.
I don't think he loves Batman. I think he likes Batman because he makes lots of money, makes good movies about him, but I don't think he loves Batman.
I got him. Oh shit.
Have we ever heard of Roblox? It's an MMO-ish game.
No.
Nope.
Nope. Just what I need. These guys do an Arkham Asylum. Maybe this will calm me down with the violence. You're welcome. Are you guys doing more COD? I'm assuming that refers to Call of Duty as opposed to COD, the fish, which is tasty with some chips. But no, I won't be right now. We won't be. This is a Batman stream today. We'll be doing this for about another 2 hours, a little less than that, I think. What do we think of Dead Island? Have you seen
Dead Island? Yes,
Dead Island
I
stuff?
played it. And, pretty phenomenal.
It's cool. I really dig it. It's hard to do an interesting, unique zombie game these days because there's so many.
Yeah.
And Left 4 Dead, to me, that and Dead Rising kind of just put the nail in the coffin for the typical zombie game because those two games nailed it. But by putting it in like an island resort town or island, just gives it such a great just feel. It makes a very standard gameplay of zombies unique and fresh and exciting. And now the gameplay stuff I saw at E3, I didn't get too much story out of it. But
there's 4-player co-op, which is awesome, and you can play the game by yourself and enjoy it just as much.
Yeah, which is one thing Left 4 Dead kind of suffers on, is it doesn't really have a great single player. Like, you can play it single player, but it's not the same. But the trailers have promised up to this point in time that
this is not good.
that story is a big deal in this. That's the classic.
The downfall of Batman.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, Dead Island.
Yeah.
It looks like it has a story to boot.
Big
So,
time.
and that's the key. If it has a great story,
It will. I met the writer actually. Of the
Oh, yeah?
game. Yeah. And everything just sounds too good. So
perfect.
That game's coming out very soon, so...
Yeah, that's like September.
Like, no, actually next month, isn't it?
August?
Oh, no, actually, no, it isn't. This month.
Yeah, either way, very, very close. It's not, it's this year.
Close.
It's this year.
Great fun. Like, one of the examples I could give you guys where I was like, wow, that's cool. I've never really seen that in any game. Pretty much every weapon is very rare to get in that game. So, I picked up like a machete and saw a zombie trying to attack me. I threw the machete into his gut, but he was still alive. And then when he walked closer to me, I was going to melee him, but then I realized there was an extra button to be able to take the machete out of him and reuse it. Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. That's really
man,
cool.
This is not going to work out unless I play super cautious. Keep going, Maddie. Nice. Just played smart. Almost there.
Talking Batman, Comic Con, and live. Playing on live stream.
No. Oh no, I'm alive.
You can do it.
I'm not gonna be able to do it this time around. I have no faith. But you never know. Throw the rock. Thank you. Knocked his own guys out. Uh-oh, I'm playing really good right now.
Are you?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, you got this. I got a feeling for you.
Oh no, is he refilling his health? Yes, no. Come on, Bane. No. Nice.
RTR Holmes says 21st October is when Arkham City is out. I think that sounds right. Yes! That is how you do Bane. You gave us a link, that's nice, Morgan, but that's how you do it. Not Morgan, Demon J. Yeah. Like, I'm sure that's like a nice, full, complete, whatever. No. That is a hardcore, no life left.
Look at that.
Yeah. Get out of here. Bye-bye, Bane. Bye-bye.
He's not dead, though. Baneful Payback. Awesome.
Crow Streeter says, never heard of Wally on Mahalo. Really? You've been paying a lot of attention then, buddy. I'm really, well, hello.
There's a Batmobile.
Pleasure to meet you.
Playing a role in the game again.
Is it gonna take Gordon to safety?
I believe so. Unless it brings him a new weapon.
I'm not hating Demon J.
You see what Bane did to Batman's
I'm
face?
just playing.
Oh, Bane's not dead.
What?
Nope. But check this out. This part's awesome.
What's happening? Oh, he looks intense.
No, Bane. This time I break you.
This time I break you. Boom!
Yes. Boom.
Good night.
That's fantastic. Oh no, the Batmobile.
Well, you know what? That's the thing. That's where the Batmobile is go bye-bye. But that part's awesome. I love it. Oh, by the way, yeah, Bane will be in the next game. I don't know if I mentioned that. Because at the very end of the game, once you beat it, and the credits roll through, last thing they show is this little river area or lake area, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And Bane's hand comes out and grabs the crate. And
what does it mean?
Nice.
So
It's Spanish.
Yeah,
look
well,
what Bane did to his eyes.
oh,
It's awesome.
it's fantastic. Yeah, well, Bane is as a character is tough to kill. I don't think getting run over by a car is going to kill
Go
Bane.
through the city's computers. Pull up all you can find on Dr.
Bob Monster says, what do we think of the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim so far?
Skyrim's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some Skyrim. I'm looking forward to losing about 13 days of my life straight, non-stop, take a vacation. Just knee deep in that one. Mega Light Master says, "Can the Batmobile swim?"
I'm worried.
No.
I think it
In
can.
Forever it did.
It said forever it did. Well, no, that wasn't the Batmobile. That was the Bat submarine.
Oh, that's right. It was his plane / submarine.
Yeah, no, yeah, the Bat jet swam because they shot it out and went down. And
I would imagine the Batmobile would be able to work underwater.
Batmobile, $100 million. Bane, priceless.
So guess what we're about to go check out? We're gonna go see the Batcave.
The Pootie64 says the hand that you were referring to was Scarecrow's, not Fade's.
No, it was not.
Avik disagrees.
Unless I'm dead wrong. But prove me wrong.
Big 00F0FF says, "What do you think of Prototype 2? Please. I'm looking forward to it." What do you think of Prototype 2? I actually got to play it at Comic-Con, and it was fun.
It's just action times action times action to the power of action.
Yeah, to the action
sense.
degree.
To action degree.
D999999 wants to know what your favorite shooter is, Avik.
Favorite shooter, as in first-person shooter?
The shooter.
Shooter, yeah. Gears of War, and Uncharted series.
I'm not a Gears of War fan. I don't really like Gears of War.
I love Gears of War.
It's too silly.
It's epic. It's epic.
Yeah. Everyone seems to like my prototype arm. It's a nice prototype arm, isn't it? Don't you like? Avatar dude, in the end, they show his hand grabbing the crate as well. So, thus confirming that it was Ben, like you were saying. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's that one. We will head over to the next video right now.
Remember, Scarecrow's a sissy. If he's in the water, he's gonna drown and die.
Yeah. What's up, Alex? How you doing? Good to see you come by.
Guess where we're at again?
Ooh, and see, the Joker's moved again. Interesting.
Before we watch that, I think... Let's see. Double the power of normal combo strikes when strikes are timed perfectly. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Lego Apocalypse 911 says, PS3 for the win. Shout out, please. Done.
Tell me about your childhood.
Joker's starting to harass Batman about his childhood.
Morgan Man actually says that the hand that comes out at the end is dependent on the difficulty.
What? I don't believe that. No, it's definitely Bane. As you see, guys, Bane gets knocked out into the water. He's the only guy in the water.
Makes a lot of sense because he got shot, just pushed into the water.
Yeah. But if that difficulty thing is true, then that's pretty cool. But I don't see who else would come out of the water besides Croc. But Croc, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The Batmobile is not dead. He can make as many as he wants. And in fact, every time he makes he makes it better and better and better. Man, you have two of those?
What?
You have two of those?
I don't. I'm having an issue. It's kind of a skin thing. I don't know. It hurts.
Looks awful. Looks awful.
It hurts. Ow. Does someone have a topical cream? Huh?
Yeah, I know. I once
Someone, there was an unnatural release of gas in the office.
Unnatural? Very natural.
The signet says there are 3 hands that will pop out. Bane, Croc, and Scarecrow. Yeah, I upgraded. It's like scissors. What do you think of Assassin's Creed Revelations? Shout out from Colombia. What's up, Colombia?
Double prototype.
Double prototype arm. See, you get some cool stuff when you go to Comic-Con.
Oh yeah. Tons of swag. Oh.
Pro Shooter says, "Yo, Wally, know something?" Question mark. No, I don't. Please tell me. What's that game playing behind us? We have Captain America behind us, and then what is Cliff playing there? Bastion? So we have Captain America and Bastion behind us, I guess, depending on what little screen you're looking at. Behind me directly is both Captain America and Bastion, and then behind Avik, you only see Captain America. Avik, who is your favorite Batman actor?
Batman actor?
Yeah.
I would have to say George Clooney, just because he's so hot.
Interesting. I would have to say Val Kilmer because he's sexy.
Val Kilmer's cool.
He's a sexy Bruce Wayne.
Actually, man, if I'm going to be realistic, I have to say Michael Keaton. I'm sorry.
No, Michael Keaton is not the right answer.
Come on.
I'm not even going to thank you for trying.
The first Batman.
No, Adam West was before him.
Yeah, but he didn't.
You can't just.
He wasn't in a movie.
You can't cherry.
He didn't have a movie.
There was an Adam West Batman movie.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there
was.
Yeah,
there was.
Yes, there was. Sometimes you can't get rid of a bomb. It comes from a movie.
Doesn't count. That movie doesn't count.
You can't just choose not to pick movies. Okay. But the right answer, everyone is wrong. It's Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman in this game. He is Batman.
He does a great job.
He's the perfect Batman.
So, by the way, guess where we're going into? This is the Batcave.
The Batcave?
Oh, yeah.
How is it the Batcave?
Well, that's there's a little story before you get to the Batcave where Batman had created a Batcave in the Arkham Asylum. Just in case of an emergency.
I guess that makes sense.
Yep. And when you walk into it, it looks very reminiscent of the one in his movies. Everything turns on, Batman's home.
That's crazy.
It's awesome.
Dr. Young was heading up a project. It was big, lots of external funding.
What do you think this game could improve on, if there is anything?
Well, obviously it's, by the way, I'm playing whoever's asking, but the combat is really all they can improve on. Everything else is, like I said, more free roam, more options for side missions, which we're already doing. 3-way, 4-way, battles, which means you can now, instead of hitting just one person at a time, hit 2 people at a time, 3 people at a time, which is confirmed. What else? I mean, what more can you do to this game? Oh, if they better make the Batmobile playable, or maybe even the what is it called, the Bat Flyer, or whatever you want to call it. Shoot, I mean, this game is so good. Whatever they do, they're not going to fail. That's all I gotta say. Graphically, by the way, the game looks better. So it's using the same engine as Gears of War 3. This one's using the same engine as Gears of War 2. That's why it looks so good. Because Gears looks really, really, really good. Especially the third one. It's phenomenal. So, we just got...
I don't think so.
What? Unreal Engine 3 is the most advanced engine. Dude.
I don't disagree with that, but I think Gears of War looks muddy and weird, and the designs are ucky. It's just not good. And the Batwing is a plane, yes. The Batwing.
The Batwing.
The Batwing. Can we tell some jokes now? I don't know, very cool game. We're trying to tell some jokes, and if they're funny, if they make me giggle, I will say them out loud. Multi-Hydralisk is watching from his laptop. He wants you to know. Does anyone in the office play Minecraft? Actually, yes. We might have some Minecraft stuff coming in the future.
Really?
We've talked about it. There is potentially some Minecraft stuff, so hold on to that one. Pro Shooter 21's got one. Let's hear it. Let's let it out.
Sorry, boss. Took a little longer to find him than you figured it would.
One hero or villain from Marvel who deserves a game as good as this.
Cyclops.
Ooh. You're wrong,
Cyclops.
but ooh.
What do you mean?
No, he doesn't deserve his own game.
Why not?
He's a leader. He needs people to lead, so it's going to be an X-Men game, but it's not his personal game.
I see.
You know who needs his own game, though? The same universe? Gambit. I think a Gambit game would be really awesome.
Isn't that a Gambit game?
No. Gambit's in some games. But there should be a Gambit game. Because you have it down in New Orleans, you can be part of the Thieves Guild, you know, you can do some thievery, that's exciting, and then you can fight, you know, Mr. Sinister and other people.
Wow, this place is very crowded, so I'm gonna move out of the way. This is one of the new moves I got with the back claw. Check this out. Get over here.
Oh, nice. Does he do that in DC versus Mortal Kombat? Because he should.
Should. You should try and do that, buddy.
Can you say "I am Batman" in your best Batman voice?
I am Batman?
Yeah, we're gonna do a Batman voice, the voice off. I am Batman. That was a really good Christian Bale Batman voice.
Dude, I swear to God, I half the stuff that Batman says in those movies is Christian Bale. I don't even know what he's saying because like.
I'm Batman. Hi, Batman. How are you? I am good, thank you. I'm Batman. Oh, bad guys, would you please stop? You're running too fast. I'm Batman. Don't you know who I am? Damn it. They're gone. Commissioner Gordon. They're gone.
Too much smoking, Batman.
Sorry. I channeled my inner Batman. that was Batman year one when he started. He doesn't quite get it.
Batman hitting his fuse for the first time.
DDX says that it's an unfair advantage because you use your robot voice modulation.
Exactly.
I really don't know how.
Robot voice modulation helps.
Stop.
Just out of curiosity, who here in the channel has played Batman Arkham Asylum? Just out of curiosity. Show of hands. And who has not?
Why are you so serious? Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, that's clever. You're a smart one. We've got basically everyone. We got lots of I have. I've played it. Me raise his hand. And I beat the whole game. I have not. Oh, me and you both. Candle played the demo.
That's cool.
That's nice.
Why didn't you get the game?
Yeah, why didn't you get the game, Candle? Did you play the demo and you decide, no, I don't like this?
Exactly.
I played it and beat it 10 times, says the next days.
Good.
Who must be spending his next days playing the game, because that's a lot of playing and beating.
And the second.
Lego Apocalypse has sold it. I guess that means he beat it.
Well, good time. Good time to sell it because people are wanting to play this game now that the new one's coming.
Exactly. Now this game has its highest value now than it will probably ever again.
Right.
Right now.
But still, you could pick up this title for what, like $10 now on eBay?
It's not expensive. Even GameStop, which kind of usually overprices used games, even that's like $20 now, maybe 25.
Yeah.
No mystery.
It's pretty good.
So scared.
Definitely worth
Coming
it.
up to the surface. I'll find her.
Yo, Vreekman, I gotta go. My laptop isn't playing the video too well. Lots of pauses and stuff. He just wants to know that he tried.
No worries, dude. Thanks for sticking around.
Gojink Acid wants to know what we think of Uncharted 2.
I see a Riddler puzzle here I'm going to solve real quick. And there it
Nice.
is. Awesome. I hadn't really done all the Riddler puzzles, but
Yeah, maybe we should consider doing a walkthrough where someone goes through and does all of them, because there's a lot of them.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
What was the question you asked me?
What do you think of Uncharted 2?
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe the pinnacle game of the PS3 as far as exclusives go.
One of the most true to cinematic games ever made.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fantastic.
And the third one is just gonna
hopefully blow everything out of the water.
easily.
Yeah.
I actually did you see the opener for that game?
No.
Oh no.
Wow. The opener for the second one was pretty incredible, and if you guys remember or recall, the where Nathan wakes up in the train, he's been shot,
Yeah.
and then the camera swoops kind of out, and you realize, wait, what's going on? And he's hanging off the edge of a cliff, and it's pretty interesting the fact that I think that was one of the first times where almost 90% of gamers were holding their controllers and waiting as Nathan was dangling on the bottom of that train, and people were like, "Wait, I'm playing? Holy crap! No loading, no nothing, just straight to gameplay." It's phenomenal.
A couple people are asking if I have a PSN account or Xbox Live account. I do have a PSN account. It's JW Wally, just like my Twitter. Just knock the @ out, and you will have it. that is my PSN. I don't have an Xbox Live because I don't like Xbox. I'm not an Xbox guy. I don't have an Xbox, so I don't know why I'd spend money on a Live account. I don't have an Xbox to play. What is a popular word that begins with S and ends in K?
Then I really just do that.
Facebook.
Yeah.
That's not a funny joke.
And I was correct.
It's just a true statement. We want to hear the joke. What joke? Do we have a specific joke? I don't think we promoted a joke. Fire truck, Torque guest says. That's right. That is another popular word that begins in F and ends in K. What other popular words begin with F and end with K? Funk? Folk? Folk? Yeah, folk. Frank?
Frank?
Yeah. Fork? Fork is a good one. Yeah. Freak? Ah, good job, Go Drink Acid.
Freak is a good one.
What's black and white and read all over? Oh, red all over. You should just spell out normal red, because that's, I mean, you typed it out right. It's just that's how I read it.
So this part's kind of crazy. These fools have Joker unlocked the armory for all the enemies. Now they all have like sniper guns with. Oh
wow!
They're pretty vicious. They are about to kill me.
That's brutal.
So time to play it smart. Oh, interesting.
Oh, sweet. I got ballistic knives.
So, there's no cool here. Which is what I want.
Overall, Chicago says Deadpool game. I think that would be a blast. One of my favorite parts of Spider-Man Shattered Dimension was the Deadpool level.
Yep.
Yeah, that was just
really fun.
He's got a great sense of humor that I think can work well with the right writers.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Does anyone see me? No? 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 Nice.
Hey, Wally, can you say bats... Bats don't sleep at night, so because I'm Batman, I won't sleep tonight.
Alright.
Okay. Bats don't sleep tonight. I'm Batman, I don't sleep tonight. I don't get it. Sorry, I have a question. Who plays? JW Wally or Greekman? Right now, Avik is playing. I'm manning the chat, as it will. Basically, I've never played this game before, so I'm watching. I'm doing a lot of watching.
I'm surprised we've gotten this far, actually. We're pretty far in it.
Nice.
The next 2 hours I could beat it if I want, but I'm not. I'm just gonna just enjoy it, play it, talk.
Yeah, and so we're letting him play because he's better at it, and it's better for you guys to watch this. I'm gonna play it a little on my own time, and I'm watching this. JW Wally, that's me. Say hi to Brazil and me, and to me. What's up, Brazil and Ciao Bilache? 32.
17 hit combo right there. That was awesome.
Jello or pudding? I like Jello branded pudding. Best of both worlds.
Depends.
Well, yeah, it does depend. I do like Jello a lot, though. Jello is very good.
Yeah, I like Jello. Oh.
The legacy of this island has been well and truly buried. That's it. Is that like a clue to a riddler?
Exactly.
Ah, gotcha. Anybody think a prototype-like game, but with Venom as the main character? Ooh, that could be cool. Yeah, I could see that. Shout out to Vash the Stampede. Okay. Done. Done. Reba McEntire or Dolly Parton?
18 hit.
Yep.
That's going to give me an upgrade.
I believe he just answered Dolly Parton.
Oh, let's save these cops.
That's horrible.
Oops. I'm sorry, I didn't save them, but they'll survive.
No, they fell on their head.
I know, but I tried. What was the question again? Dolly Parton or who?
Reba McEntire.
Don't matter.
Shout out for Wes, who isn't here today. But
his ghost is here.
I'll let Wes know that he was shouted out. Which is better, a sneaky game or an action game or a strategic game?
Well, look at this game. It's all of the above.
Yeah.
I could go all out, or I could play smart. Take these snipers out first, then approach the enemies.
Well, then how about think of it this way? What way do you like to play this game best? Do you like to play it sneaky? Do you like to play it strategic, or do you like to play it like just running, gunning, and hitting you?
Probably sneaky as much as possible, and if I need to, I'm Batman. I can just
take
people out.
So I guess the way to look at it is like sneaky, but with the ability for action. I think is the best way to do it.
Absolutely.
Fine.
Let's upgrade.
1 second, guys. Just taking a break.
Oh,
That's me.
this is probably one of the best upgrades. The inverted takedown.
Oh no, I left. But it's okay, I'm back.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow, I dodged that. Good stuff.
Yep, I am back.
Dodge. That's 3 dodges. Awesome. It's very hard to dodge bullets in this game. Okay, so the strategy here is going to be to knock down the guy on the left, drop down to the guy below, and see what I can do.
Sounds
oh, no,
good.
I messed up already. Unless I can get up quick. Uh-oh, is this going to work out?
Internet memes for the win is yelling at you to turn detective mode off.
Alright, I'll turn it off. See, that's one of the beats that I have of this game. You could play detective mode the whole time.
That's kind of cool.
Which is cool. It's good. You are Batman. You want to be able to use that. But it is a little sad because the game is designed so well, and when you're in detective mode, it takes all the color palettes off.
Yeah.
So now it's just like a blue-looking game, which, you know, it's not bad. This is definitely the quickest way to play the game because everything is kind of highlighted in the colors you need to see.
Have you ever played it through without ever going into detective mode?
That's a possibility, but I've not done that. Let's try to play it as much as we can
without detective mode. Yeah, let's play it for a little while and see how that goes.
But see, in this case, yeah.
Question for you: do you prefer Penguin or Joker?
Me?
Yeah.
Penguin. He is a mastermind.
Really? He's a squat little gangster dude. He's not, like, at all menacing.
That's gonna hurt. Armpit break.
What do you think about the Halo Flood and Gears of War new enemies?
What was it?
I don't know. What do you think about the Halo Flood and the Gears of War new enemies? Yeah.
Well, is he talking about the Lambent?
I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure what that person's talking about. If you're talking about the Lambent, those new glowing-looking creatures, they look pretty intense. And believe it or not, Locusts are actually fighting them alongside with the good guys. So it should be an interesting, epic final battle to see what happens if Marcus Phoenix is going to save the world or not. If Dom's going to get revenge for his wife. And the other people's stories should be very interesting to see. But the new enemy variations in, Gears of War are going to be phenomenal. Can't wait. Wow, that's a lot of enemies. Should I just go down there and fight, or take this stealthy approach?
Fight him.
Fight.
I want to see you beat him up.
Let's do this.
Boom. It was asked who is my favorite superhero, and my favorite superhero is easily Gambit. I'm a big Gambit fan. Actually, one of the coolest things I got when I went down to Comic-Con this year was his first appearance, his comic book, Uncanny X-Men number 266.
Nice.
I actually picked it up not because I like to collect comic books for any investment value. It's just sort of it's nice to own, because he's my favorite character, and I now own his first appearance. Not just his first appearance, but I also picked up for sort of a combo deal his first mention too, because he was mentioned in the comic book like 2 months beforehand, and I've got that.
By the way, one of you guys was asking, hey, what else are they upgrading in Arkham City? Well, when enemies grab weapons and they approach you, Batman usually just disarms them Wow, what was that? That was awesome. Batman generally disarms them and just drops the weapon. Well, in Arkham City, if he grabs the bat off you, he could use that bat to break it on your head, which is really cool.
That's cool.
That's one thing that I can't wait to check out as well.
So here's a good question that's popped up a couple times today. Who's your favorite Joker?
Favorite Joker?
Yeah, as far as the actors who played it. What's your favorite interpretation of Joker?
In terms of performance?
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson did a good job, I would say.
He did a really good job.
I kind of freaked out. I was kind of freaked out by him. But, Heath did a great job. What can I say? With all the drugs he was on, he better have done a good job. So.
I'm all about Mark Hamill. To me, he's Joker. Just like Kevin Conroy. Like, they've encapsulated.
You're more about the voice, right?
Well, to me, that's the most important part, honestly. Because, look at Christian Bale, who's an awesome actor, but he doesn't have the voice down. The voice is wrong.
Right.
I think they'll for never ever be, number one. Shout out to Legendary Doom. JGRMTG says Wally with a question mark. What's up?
Yeah, I had that pen.
Cool Dare Devil Dylan. I don't like your name at all. Play Cool D Cube. Cool D Cube says leave Squidward alone right now. First of all, not Squidward. This is Gus, the Squid. He is my friend, and he is not in any mortal danger right now. In fact, we are getting along just fine. Is that right, Gus? Is that right? Oh. So, one night a policewoman pulls over a drunk driver. She politely asks him to step out of his car, and dang, it went away. Well, maybe that's for the best.
Eager to see my wife.
Gus the Squid. Yeah, that's right. Torque's got it. Question for Avik. Do you like Pokemon?
Nope.
Nope. I like Squirtle. Squirtle! I actually think Squirtle has a great Batman. I'm Batman!
Better than Christian Bale.
Squirtle!
I would say that.
Batman! JJ Creeder says, I'm so crazy. It's not true.
Time to fight.
Thank you, Candle, for saying that it's a nice squid I have. I appreciate you. Question for us both. Do we watch anime? Do you watch any anime?
Nope.
I don't really watch any of the serialized anime stuff. I like some of the movies, though. I've seen Akira. I think Akira is just a classic.
Oh, I've seen Akira, but I thought you were talking about like series.
Well, yeah. Well, that's today. In today's day and age, the series are what people think of as anime. But if you look broadly at just everything as Japanese animation, I love Hayao Miyazaki movies. Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. Those are all fantastic films. I've not seen a lot of the series, as I said before. I hear very good things about a lot of them, and I actually think Cowboy Bebop is something that's right up my alley. People keep telling me about that show, and it's super cool, but I've not had a chance to get into it.
Must see if I can break my 21-hit combo. I love the combat. Hey, what up, man? Journal. What are you talking about?
Never mind. Ignore me.
Bleach 2727 says Trigun is one of the best. Okay, Trigun. I've heard of Trigun. I've never seen it.
I'm gonna get it understood.
Is that a problem?
I like that.
Yeah. We might be having a guest shortly. What do you think of the new Catwoman in the game or the movie?
In the game, I think it's a great idea. Her combat is super duper fluid and agile, so you're going to be able to see her doing some crazy moves. And she is a main part of the game, not just a challenge. So.
Matthew 9 Trillion asks, are you guys into Doctor Who? I very much am. I love Doctor Who. I am a big Doctor Who fanboy. And I know that I'm in the minority because, we live in America. And America is not where Doctor Who is most famous.
No. So I was about to ask who?
Yeah, that's clever. No one's ever asked that before. I actually, one of the things I got to do at Comic-Con was I got into the Doctor Who panel. It's the first time they were ever in Hall H, the biggest room for the biggest crowd, and that was a blast. Matt Smith is just a wonderfully charismatic guy, and Karen Gillan, who plays his companion right now, is just gorgeous. Easily, probably the hottest redhead on TV right now, I would say. Yeah, so, but yeah, Doctor Who is in great shape. There's
Doctor Who cartoon? Or?
It's a TV show. It's a serialized TV show. It's actually like 49 years old. The 50th anniversary is coming up in 2013, so or 2012. Correct me if I'm wrong, any Doctor Who fan out there, but I think 2013 is 50th anniversary. But yeah, it's been around forever.
Nice.
And the actor who's doing it now, Matt Smith, he is the 11th actor to play Doctor Who, so he's referred to as the 11th. So, quick little
Joker with his master plan.
Oh, that crazy Joker!
Did you see what he did?
Yes.
Man, I'm gonna watch this. Get the replay here. Like, oh!
At least Batman's cool enough to dodge it.
That's nice. Mr. Hardcore gets a shout out. Mad Hitman 77 says, "Who do I think would win in a fight, Doctor Who or Hitman 47?" Doctor Who, duh. He's the Doctor. What is the guy behind you playing? Captain America is likely what you're looking at, but I believe Bastion is also being played by him. Nope, just Captain America. If I could have one superpower, what would it be? Avik, what would you want if you had a superpower? Any superpower?
Any superpower?
Any superpower.
Let me think. I mean, it sucks because when you think about superpowers, what you're thinking of is what's already up there. It's so hard to come up with something new, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part. I would say I would love to have Wolverine's powers. Not necessarily immortality, but the regenerative quality. So you could...
so you could cut yourself and restore...
Yeah, exactly. So you can be more brave, you can do more stuff, and then you can just live for an obscenely long amount of time while looking young and awesome.
I have a plan.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I would go for. Because, I mean, immortality kind of has its own can of worms. So I don't necessarily want to be indestructible or immortal, but Wolverine's sort of long life, I think, is the way to go.
I don't know. I might get bored of living.
Well, that's why you wouldn't want to be immortal. So I don't think, because Wolverine's not immortal, he could die.
Right.
It's just going to take him a really long time to die of old age.
True that.
Did you like the Transformers movie?
Which one? The third one?
Which one? I would say I love the first one. The second one is awful, and the third one's much better than it is awful. The second one is awful. The second one is horrible. Adrian, who is wearing the awesome Yoshi shirt and has all sorts of awesome opinions about things, is dead wrong about Transformers. He could not be more wrong. In fact, on the wrong scale, where 1 is right and 10 is wrong, you are like a 57. Like, that is way wrong. No! No. Okay. Transformer fan, singular, likes it. I'll give you that. But I'm a Transformer fan. I like Transformers, and I hated it. There was very few redeeming qualities in that movie, and almost all of them were in the first 5 minutes.
We'll save it for another lesson so we can have a real...
Yeah, no, we'll do on the next movie game day. I'll bring in Adrian, and we'll play Transformers video games for 15 minutes where we talk about it.
Exactly.
It'll take longer than that, I'm sure. Seriously, Transformers 2. Someone out there likes that movie.
I think a lot of people like it.
You're not helping me.
I mean, I don't know.
That's a horrible argument. It made a lot of money, so people clearly liked it.
Why else would it make money? People
because they're tricked. They were tricked multiple times. Some people were tricked 8 or 9 times.
All I have to say about that movie is I was bizarrely blown away that Michael Bay had the balls to use footage from a previous movie in the third one. That was like, I was shocked.
No, but it was
really?
Wasn't it from like
it was from the island?
Yeah, I know, but like he didn't. It wasn't directly the same.
It was
just sort of the plates, and he put different computers.
It was literally the same shot,
but they shot them as special effects plates.
Right. It was like instead of the cars, they used like they put like Transformers over.
Yeah.
That's lame.
It's not lame. It's smart filmmaking.
Dude, come on.
No one saw the
smart filmmaking.
Smart filmmaking.
With all that money, like how much did you spend on that scene where that building blows up?
Exactly.
Like,
so
millions of dollars.
So this way. Sorry, Adrian's looking at inappropriate things behind me, and it gets me distracted. Avik looks like Johnny Depp at a faraway view.
I'll take that as a very great compliment.
Yeah, he'll take it. Wow, Legendary Doom keeps asking if we like Minecraft. Maybe you should take the hint because we haven't answered. Oh, sorry, that was rude. No, don't like Minecraft at all.
Man, this part's difficult. I completely forgot where the doctor is.
Mad Hitman says, "Boom, boom, boom." A Michael Bay film.
Here we go.
Give George the Monkey a shout out. Okay, shout out to George the Monkey. Seabob Monster says, "Bye guys, got stuff to do. It was great. Glad to have you out." Wally and Vorik, what is your favorite villains? Let's beyond Batman. Any favorite villains?
There's a lot of great villains.
There are a lot of great villains.
Magneto's awesome.
That's exactly where I was going to go. I was going to say Magneto because he's got the perfect blend of.
He's not bad for a wrong reason. I mean,
yeah, like,
to him.
There's complexity there, but at the same time, he is a villain. Yeah. Yeah, Magneto would be my number one because his complexity just takes it well beyond any other villain. Because he's not bad. He's not technically bad, but he embraces, evil to get what he wants, and that's what makes him a villain. It's just how would Batman fight Magneto?
How? Very, very easily.
Yeah, Batman
Since he's so rich, he's just going to build some crazy magnet shit and pull him from wherever he is in the world and kill him.
Yeah.
He's just going to be like...
That's the thing is Magneto is magnetized. Or he's the master of magnetism.
So basically what you're trying to say is the X-Men are stupid.
No, they're just not rich and smart.
But see, they can be. They
live in a school.
Yeah, they get Professor X's money. I mean, see, Professor X is stupid.
I don't think
instead of building a stupid floating car that he has, he should have built. Thank you. Who did?
The Shi'ar Empire, the alien race, the
well, why don't those guys make like a giant spear, like a giant spear that like just.
Who the Shi'ar?
Yeah. They don't care about who.
Anything to do with Earth? He evolved from birds.
Oh.
And the only reason why he got that chair is because he was fornicating with him.
Oh no! But if they cared enough to his love bunny in the Shi'ar Empire were to give him a floaty chair, then why couldn't he be like, hey, baby, you made me a giant metal spear I can kill me some Magneto with? Come on.
Because he doesn't want to kill Magneto.
You make me a giant spear that I can stop me some Magneto with? I won't want to kill him. Make it like a cage spear.
Wait, who killed Magneto?
That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do. No one killed Magneto. What's up, babe? You made me a little something. I give me some Magneto, and then I can come back on the weekend, and we can have a little wah woo woo hee hee. That's right. Do you watch Family Guy, American Dad, The Simpsons, or The Cleveland Show? So basically, animation domination. I love The Simpsons. I love American Dad. Family Guy is hit and miss, and The Cleveland Show is the bane of existence. Why was that nominated for an Emmy? That just angers me.
So far, I have died several times.
When does the new Batman game come out? We're looking at about October at the moment.
Yep.
Ace says Apocalypse owned Magneto. Actually, not really, if you really break it down, because it was Magneto in the Age of Apocalypse that did bring him down eventually. I really think Magneto is the superior villain. And Fully Wolf really brings up Bob's Burgers because that's a fantastic one. Significantly better than Family Guy or Cleveland Show. Bob's Burgers is the cheese meat.
I'm having technical difficulties here. Oh, now I recall. Or maybe I don't.
Daffy Rothier says you smell nice.
Alright. Well, thanks.
I'm not going to verify that for you.
Yes, thank you.
Marvel all the way. That's right. I'm a Marvel guy all the way. A Marvel zombie through and through. DC makes great characters, but the comic books themselves starring these characters, they're too ridiculous a lot of the times. I mean, DC makes gods, and it's a problem. Marvel has so much more complex characters.
Alright, I found that. I believe it's this way. But let me double check.
Arkham City is going to be awesome with Penguin and Two-Face. Yeah. Pro Streeter 21 says, I'm making him jealous. He wants a Gus. Well, there's only one Gus. And he's mine. He's my Gus. So, let me check my tweeter. Has anyone tweeted me? I really hope so, because otherwise I'm going to be an angry Wally.
Damn. If anybody out there knows where this freaking doctor is, locate Dr. Young, search Arkham Mansion to find Dr. Young's research notes before Joker. I think it's against one of these walls. But
do you prefer the recent Marvel movies or the recent DC movies? Definitely the recent Marvel movies. I mean, The Dark Knight aside, which is the only
yeah, I was
good.
Gonna say, which other DC movies are out?
Green Lantern, Jonah Hex, Superman Returns. Like these are not good films. It's just bad. I far prefer stuff, even like Fantastic Four I like a lot. And that's one of the lesser Marvel movies. But then you've got, X-Men First Class, you've got Iron Man, Thor, The Incredible Hulk's really good, Captain America was fantastic. Oh, yeah, it was brought up, Thor or Captain America, or X-Men First Class. Or I'll even throw Captain America in there, too. I would say this summer, from the Marvel movies, it goes X-Men First Class, then Captain America, then Thor. And they're all really good. I would do 9 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, and 7.5 out of 10. It's all passing grades. Really good. There is a new Ghost Rider coming out. It's coming out in February of 2012, and I'm really looking forward to it. You know who's making that movie?
No.
It's the directing duo of Neville Dean and Taylor. They're the guys that do the Crank movies.
Okay.
And to me, you give me the guys that did the Crank movies starring Nicolas Cage in crazy Ghost Rider mode, I think it could be the greatest movie ever. Like, really, it could be.
Alright, it says there's a door that gets you out, and you have to go down to the hall, go into another room. Okay, well, that's what I'm trying to find. Okay, so on this floor, the only door is this one. That door takes me upstairs, so there's no point in that. I'll come out of here, right? So I'm going to circle around. Looks like this is closed, right? And then this is where I'm coming from, so that's not the way. This vent is definitely not the way either, so I'm gonna move out of here.
Look at the books.
I know, that's what I was trying to do. I went through every single bookshelf. Which one is it? The book's on which floor?
The book's on which floor? That would be helpful.
Yeah.
I've never played this game, so I have no idea. I cannot be.
So I'm like running around nonstop. I know this part's a little tricky, and it does piss me off.
You should climb up and go in a vent. That doesn't.
I did that actually a lot. I've been circling around here.
Low level. Go drink acid, says.
Low level, what does that mean?
Look, the bottom?
There's the very bottom. So there's that
one?
Basement.
We'll call that
there's one. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4 I'm on, and then there's 5 levels.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. First floor. We've got a couple people saying first floor.
First floor. Okay, so I'm looking around.
What? Yes, I forget that.
Is it these books right here? No. Even detective mode doesn't even see it.
Go back around. What about that one right there?
Maybe. Let's see.
It's kind of got a single. No.
No. I could have sworn I went through all these.
Third level now?
Come on, guys.
No. A lot of people are saying first floor.
Sure?
It's the area you're in, yeah. The Koopocalypse gets a shout out. You have to scan the doc prints before you can find the documents.
Where is that?
Where is that at? Hack the electric gate. I am reading the comments.
Yeah, this is the part of the game I don't like. Because it's like, even in detective mode, can't see it. It's just stupid.
You have to get the doctor's fingerprints from there in the from here office. What? What rating would you give this game so far?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Easily a 9 out of 10.
Check near the guards.
Near the guards?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if they're referring to the guards that are dead right there, or... No. I'm just gonna walk around and scan every single level, screw it. Which I could have sworn I did.
The hostages near them on the bookshelf.
The hostages near them on the bookshelf? You guys gotta be a little more specific. What hostage? What are you talking about? These guys? This guy down here? This hostage down here? No. And what am I doing? Am I scanning? Am I grabbing something? What am I doing? I'm looking at everything. See, even if it made sense, maybe I have to scan this. No.
The Jaden 1900. I've seen your thing. I will answer it. Basically, she is no longer with us. We're getting a new host sometime soon. So, there's your answer. Yeah, common sense says he's getting mad. Of course he's getting mad. He's looking over and over and over and over and over in circles. And you guys are not helping.
Exactly.
At all. Help more. Help harder.
None of this makes sense right now.
We're confused. Well, he's confused. I'm just not even paying attention. What do you think? What do you think Gus would be like on commentary, and which Spider-Man from Shattered Dimensions is your favorite? Well, I think Gus would be brilliant in commentary. And my favorite in Shattered Dimensions, well, Noir is really cool. I like Noir Spider-Man, although for me it's the classic Amazing Spider-Man. I love him. He's just the perfect sort of mix and tone. Ultimate Spider-Man has the black suit, and that's always fun and exciting. But it just doesn't work for me the same way that Amazing does. And I've never really liked Spider-Man 2099.
Alright, I'm about to give up.
Oh, don't give up.
It just doesn't make sense.
We need your help. Go to the doctor's office. Go to the bottom floor. It's on the first floor. And that was done in all caps.
In what room, douches?
There's more than one room?
Or, huh?
There's more than one room?
Well, okay, so this is the library. I'm on the bottom floor.
Yes.
What do you want me to do here?
Alright, we're there.
Okay. Thanks again.
I'm not going to look it up on YouTube, Hulkstein.
Yeah, no.
Although we could check a Mahalo video. I'm sure it will have it. We can find it.
What's up, guys? Chatting with Mahalo video game.
Check all books. We did check all the books.
I did.
We're in game 8, I believe it is, of the high school season of
Well, if we don't figure it out in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to back out, save back out, and we're going to check out the challenges with Joker.
In the library, they say.
I was in the library. Behind the Jack.
Behind the Jack in the Box.
Dude, I was just there.
They're a little behind on the thing. There's a bit of a lag, so I understand that. Did you guys ever do crew, like rowing? Or I didn't. You must find Dr. Young's fingerprints first.
Where is he?
Where are the fingerprints?
Okay, look, I'm in the library.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are the fingerprints on something?
Is this the guy?
In her office. Oh, you gotta go to her office and get her fingerprints from something in her office, and then you can find it. Where's her office?
I'll figure it out.
Alright, I think we got a handle on this now.
Alright, so remember, run fast, button mash if you have to.
Run, baddie, run. Alright. Let's see where this woman's office is. So we're in the main hall.
Cool. We've got a grasp now. I think we're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Sorry that you guys had to spend so many minutes just watching the fumbling. How dare we?
And that is a very important device.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes, thank you, the internet memes for the win. We didn't get the fingerprints yet. The magical Gus will tell you.
Yeah, I saw that down there. Over the trap.
Office is here.
He's telling me something, Legendary Doom. He's saying he's not magical, he's just Gus. He's not very happy.
Oh,
I don't know why, he was offended by that.
In the zone. Hey, alright, just got a touchdown.
Peace.
DDX2 says, where did I get Gus? It was on a beach, sort of a nice, calm day. I think it was a summer day. And I was just walking down and I heard a noise. And then I looked down, and then I looked up, and then I looked left and right, and I didn't see anything. Until I came on this, it was sort of like this invisible sort of thing. I stubbed my toe on it, and I opened it up, and inside was a little egg. And I took the egg home. I thought, this is a big egg. I could probably make an awesome Eggs Benedict with this egg.
Damn,
so I started trying to make an Eggs Benedict, and when I poached the egg inside the yolk, when I cut into it, actually, the creamy, the hollandaise sauce was on top. It was great. I had the perfectly toasted English muffin underneath it. There was Gus, and he's been my friend ever since.
Oh, what's up? Still a very close game, ladies and gentlemen.
Me, Mike 220 can get a shout out because I just gave him one. Woohoo! Woohoo! Ha ha! Hee hee! It's me, Batman! Ha Go back inside. What? The office isn't on the roof.
I know. I'm just basically scoping out. Basically, hey, check it out. So all that city that you see back there in the background, that's what you're going to be able to visit in the new game.
Oh yeah! Oh, look at that. That's a nice large moon.
Yeah.
In fact, I think the moon is a little too close to the Earth for that. There should be some serious gravity issues.
Oh, well, guess what that is?
Went.
Winterprises?
Winterprises. Chrissy wants a shout out. I don't know that I could give that. For legal reasons.
Nice.
Go back inside, upstairs, door on left.
Hold on.
Davi Dromid asked if we're excited for Arkham City, because I am. We are so excited for Arkham City. We are right now looking at the distance in Arkham Asylum to just look at some of the areas in brief glimpse that we'll be able to visit in Arkham City. I cannot wait.
Finally, what we needed, an armor upgrade.
Shout out for Kanye, only if it's not Kanye West, because I don't like to give shout outs to gay fish. Who's Gus, says the zombie children. Gus is my bestest of friends. He has a Facebook fan page, actually, Gus does. Some stream viewer created a Facebook fan page for Gus. I think it's just called Gus the Squid. It's very interesting. He should have more fans. Speaking of people who should have more stuff, I should have more Twitter followers. Where are you guys at today?
Maybe we have to just go in through the main door, and if that's the case, I'll kill myself. But it's not. So I'm going to kill myself.
Go Drink Acid has a Gus of their own. Is your squid's name Hammy? Yes, this is the full game. that we are playing.
The first floor in the library, third shelf to the left of the hostages you rescued. Alright.
Yeah, but you need the fingerprints for
Hey
it.
guys, welcome back to the second part of the second level.
I don't know anymore.
Videos are on order.
So the last Twitter shout out I got was over an hour ago from Go Drink Acid at JW Wally and at Barikman. You guys rock. It would be nice if I had some more Twitter handle, mentions. If you guys are having a good time with this, find us on Twitter. Those screen names you see up top are our Twitter handles. At JW Wally and at Barikman. We do give priority shoutouts to Twitter. How old is Gus? That's unknown. He looks young for his age. I do know that. I'm thinking because of his mutant powers. He doesn't age at the same rate. He doesn't have a lot of memory of his past life. He's been sort of infused with adamantium fluff at one point in time, and I think that was so traumatic that he had lost all memory otherwise. So, yeah.
Where's this damn bookshelf? I'm gonna kill somebody.
You need the fingerprints first, because otherwise
That's
you'll be
true.
looking
Where
for
do you
nothing.
get the fingerprints?
From the office, from her office.
Whose office?
Dr. Young's.
Hey guys, this is the part of the second level of the stage.
You have to go all the way back to where you came in from.
Hey, everybody, Johnny with Mahalo video
What's
game
that
card
right
about the
there?
glory in NCAA
That's a secret.
2012 year beginning third quarter.
Hell yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to the second level of the third stage portrait chamber.
Ventilation system, library.
Very epic title. I've died several times. And
I figured this would be the doctor.
So,
As sitting here,
you don't hear from me.
looking weird.
Nope.
No,
It's not.
Alright.
Kanye is trying to trick me. I'm on to you. Your
Alright.
evil schemes.
I'm going to the challenge rooms.
What? Godric Acid is a 7-foot tall Sammy the Squid. What color is Sammy the Squid?
Just hang on the edges and it won't kill you.
It's asked if we use cheat codes ever.
What's the point? It's a waste of
Yeah,
time.
no, I mean...
It
you don't-
depends. Like, let's say if it's a game like Prototype and you don't care about the story and you just want to have all your powers and just go for like a frenzy to kill everything you want, then yeah, sure. But if it's to like ruin like a campaign experience, then no.
Well, there are two situations where I'll use a cheat code. One, when the code is the only way you can unlock something. Like, I know in Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, there's a specific Captain Jack character you can only get unless you put in the code. So I'll use that. And the only other time I'll use this code is something in the sort of Grand Theft Auto vein, where you just want to get in, and I'll put in the code for invincibility and all the weapons, and then I'll go around killing people with a katana. Just because that's fun. That's, but not like for gameplay. Dragon Ball Series HD wants a shout out. I don't know. That seems like a lot of effort.
That was awesome.
No way. Oh, that's bullshit.
Carlos Killer 9 says check my tweeter, so I think I'll do just that. Look at that.
Scratch that.
Backage Production says shout out to at JW Wally, DAEKH Production. Awesome. And Skaterboy 1589 says at JW Wally, shout out to Carlos, please. Well, shout out done. That's Skaterboy 1589 on Twitter and Carlos. Carlos Killer 9 on Twitter.
Not the new one, though. Oh, I wish.
He does not look anything like Buffy. He does not kill vampires. He does not have any interaction whatsoever with the undead, with the exception of his villains who are dead.
Come on, what's he saying?
Cheese Biscuits asks at JW Wallet, do you like cheese biscuits? Do you mean you? or the food item cheese biscuits. And what kind of cheese are we talking about? Is it like a provolone or a Swiss? Some sort of white cheese? A sharp cheddar? Maybe an American orange cheese? Or something in the middle like a Munster? Perhaps a pepper jack with some extra kick to it, or maybe something crumbly like a feta or even a brie, something spreadable. All these are important. If I do not know this information, I can't just say, "Oh, I like cheese biscuit." Like that's so out there. Now, and what's the biscuit? Is it like a Southern style KFC biscuit, or is it a biscuit in the British sense, which is like kind of a cookie? It's really important that you are specific in the cheese biscuit question.
Yeah, I messed up on that one, but I'm gonna play better right now.
Jalapeno cheese.
That's like it's like pepper jack, jalapeno cheese. Yeah, I'll give you jalapeno cheese. Jalapeno is good. I like the hot stuff. A caliente. Muy bueno. El gato es muy grande.
No way you made me hungry.
Seriously, after I left
random person standing awkwardly behind me. That's Alex.
I'm not awkward.
But you're standing awkwardly.
You're standing awkwardly? How was I standing? Like this?
Awkwardly.
That's pretty.
That's pretty awkward, actually.
I know. I'm a girl.
Yeah, it's lesbian. Girl.
Not true. There are no other girls around, so I can't possibly be lesbian.
Mike.
Well, he doesn't.
Getting a sandwich. Good for you.
Make me one.
You have a huge cat?
What? Yes, I said I have a big cat in Spanish.
Oh, they know who I am.
That's
Hi,
all.
guys.
Yes. Uh-oh, we have a woman on screen. Everyone, quick.
Run.
Act like men.
Act.
Well, I like hunting and, beer and football, and beeping annoys me, and when I work at the steel mill and, at the end of the day, and I like my women to just make me bacon for dinner and lunch.
God hormones are about to start raging? What?
God hormones, uh-oh. Does that mean everyone's going to start getting superpowers?
Ask you if they like my shirt. Hey. Because it says, oh my god, free. Shirt ever.
Yes.
Wally, what superpower would you have?
I would have the super ability to be able to read comments and just ignore the stupid ones. That would be my superpower. Such as...
Were you excited when Wally came out?
Actually, I was. It was an important day for me. It was kind of like a legitimate...
Wow.
It legitimized my life, really.
25 hit streak.
Hi, Cyberwolf. Guess we got the show.
Swiss with jalapeno and reddish type of biscuit. Cheese biscuits, I love that. You make me a cheese biscuit that is that, I'm all about it.
Little Zimps. I'm married and drink beer.
No, actually. It needs to be manlier.
I'm getting really overwhelmed by all the manly comments, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with myself.
Apparently Hammy, the squid, is purple. As opposed to... No, this is Gus, the squid. Hammy is Go Drink Acid squid. That's 7 feet tall. Oh no.
Oh god.
Gus is getting fresh.
Oh god. Oh, I only have so many orifices.
Is that what you guys wanted to see?
Too many tentacles. I didn't know.
Gus is crazy. Gus is everywhere.
By the way, any of you guys wondering what happened, I said, screw the campaign, I'm playing some challenges.
So does Gus have any superpowers? Gus does have superpowers. Gus can do what he just did without getting slapped. That is Gus's superpowers. No one else can do that.
Oh, I saw somebody ask for a shout out.
Jaden wants to know, who do I prefer, Wally, his pet cockroach, or his hottie robot girlfriend, Eve? It's a good question. Raiden says, have I ever seen the series Misfits? No. Cheese Biscuit says, ask that nice lady if she would like a soda and some jalapeno biscuits as well. Would you like a soda and the jalapeno biscuits?
I don't want anything to do with your biscuits.
She doesn't want anything to do with your biscuits, Cheese Biscuits. I'm sorry.
Why?
Medical is just one arm of my new empire. Anyone who disagrees with this should speak to one of my many representatives guarding you from
The medical building is...
Holy Wolf, I have a crush on everyone at Mahalo.
Aww.
There's so many awesome people here.
What's your favorite video game, Alex?
Final Fantasy VII.
It was my favorite first, though.
Of course it was, Wally. Of course it was.
It was.
Morgan, you are not awesome, but if you try harder, you may be someday.
Morgan Man is awesome.
Awesome choice.
Also, guys, if Alex ends up getting more Twitter followers from that one little thing that I did today, then you guys are all horrible people. Just saying. Just saying.
But I'm pretty sure Wally doesn't tweet pictures of himself at the beach like I do. Often.
Wow. Wow.
Often.
Wow.
And if I get 20 Twitter followers from this, new one today.
Okay, if I get at least 5 more Twitter followers new than her 20, then I'll give away prototype arms.
You will not.
I will. If you get 20 and I get 5 more than you.
We have to tell them why they're getting 20. What happens if I get 20 though?
What happens if they get 20?
Hey you guys, if I get 20 more Twitter followers today, then I will post early. I will post my pictures from the beach that I was going to do later on.
No.
But Wally has something you can win too if you add him. So here he is.
I have an actual real prize. Prototype arm. Yeah.
Girls with boobs are
Yeah.
I'm following Alex and Wally. Feel bad for guys. I called dibs on arms. Go for the girl. You know, you guys could just add both of us and get everything.
If a prize isn't awarded today,
I got 46 on my club score so far. I'm about to kill you then.
No.
I'm about to go right over you.
That little... Yes. So I am going to give away a prototype arm. That's the secret. If that crazy contest somehow doesn't work out today, because that kind of was weird, I will let you guys know. But there are 2 of them, and because there are 2 of them, I will be giving one away. I haven't completely decided. I mean, yeah, if she gets 20 and I get 25 today, then maybe.
They'll get to see you at the beach.
Yeah, you can see me at the beach.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Random Weirdo, my Twitter handle is @JWWally. It's above my head. It's right there. Run! Raise the roof. Cool D squared. You cannot call dibs on the arms. It's a contest.
No.
It's a contest. You guys are simply activating the contest. Now, granted, if you are in the room right now, that gives you a heads up.
Hurry up, wussies. Taking forever.
Wigfail51 gets a shout out because I choose it. Hey guys, how do you make live events? Answer quick. You have to be a partner and you have to be involved in the beta program because it's technically not rolled out officially on YouTube yet. I believe it is a something that's going to be added when YouTube officially changes up towards the end of the year. Invader Hector thinks she's hot and I'm cool. Sweet. The squid is so cute. I know, isn't he? Awesome. Random Weirdo is following me on Twitter. That is awesome.
Anyway, that's the end of this video. Let's see the results of
I was in the restaurant yesterday when I suddenly realized that 15 years. Oh, really? Not gonna have it. Professor Builder says, JWW, I like your beard. You should get Phil's glasses and you'd be so freaking pro. Shoot. Is that silent guy Avik? You still here, right, Avik?
I'm still here. I'm trying to figure this challenge out.
Avik is in
game mode.
Is total game mode right now.
It's pretty difficult.
Dragon Ball series is cool because he followed me on Twitter. I like you guys are awesome. Look at you guys all you sheeple, you awesome sheeple.
Hey.
Hey. So what else was big at Comic-Con?
Let's see here. What did I get to do at Comic-Con that was awesome? I saw the Doctor Who panel, which I talked about. I did some of that press stuff, which was cool. I got to go to the Activision party, and I got to get my hands on Spider-Man Edge of Time, GoldenEye Reloaded, X-Men Destiny, and Prototype 2, which actually I should talk about all of those, which I will in the next video in about 35 seconds. Go Drink Acid says, Wally, don't worry, I'm not going to follow Alex on Twitter because she isn't that cool. Go Drink Acid. Go Drink Acid, you're a girl, aren't you? Does Gus have a Twitter page? You know what? He doesn't. Maybe he should. Maybe Gus should have a Twitter page. I think that's an interesting conversation. He does have a Twitter or a Facebook fan page that was created by one of you awesome folk. Alright, so we're gonna stop this one and get right back into it. The next day says I'm wrong for making Gus do that to me. What do you mean he wants to do? He has free will.
Hey.
Look at the way Batman lands right here. It's pretty devastating.
Okay, so one of the cool things I got to do at Comic-Con was go to the Activision sort of announcement party for X-Men Destiny, Spider-Man Edge of Time, Prototype 2, and GoldenEye Reloaded. And at this party, all of these games were playable.
Nice.
And so I had a chance to get a hands-on view of some of this stuff. And I personally liked X-Men Destiny the best out of all of those. But I am in the minority, I think. I think a lot of people were a little disappointed with X-Men Destiny, which is weird. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look like this beautiful, awesome game. But the big
concept,
yeah, it's a conceptual game. Like, it's the kind of game that if it gets the concept down, it'll be one of the most fun games of the fall. Spider-Man Edge of Time is starting to look really good. I was a little concerned about it recently, thinking that it was a little too much like, oh, the last game had 4 Spider-Man and this one only has 2. I thought it was kind of a bit of a letdown. But they announced Black Cat's going to be in the game, as well as some other villains that they haven't even announced yet. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on with Edge of Time. And I mean, the gameplay, if you like Shattered Dimensions, you're going to like Edge of Time as far as gameplay goes. They've improved the combat and some of the web swinging stuff. It's a lot more fluid and a little more fun now, which is exciting. And yeah, I'm a little bummed about GoldenEye Reloaded.
Why?
It looks gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. It might be one of the best looking first person shooters I've ever seen. But just like the Wii version, they've taken out all of the likenesses and character voices from the original GoldenEye and replaced them with new people, with the exception of Judi Dench. Dame Judi Dench is still her character. But Sean Bean, the great Sean Bean, the amazing, wonderful Sean Bean, who played 006 Trevelyan in GoldenEye, his likeness isn't even in the movie or the game. It's horrible. It angers me. It's stupid. It's just dumb. I'm just not too thrilled about it. But aside from that, like, it looks gorgeous.
Looks good. Yeah,
absolutely
so good. I can't wait. One of the best N64 games of all time.
It was, but the thing is, though, I don't think you can recapture that. I think they just use that great Just don't call it GoldenEye. Just make another James Bond first-person shooter. Just don't call it GoldenEye.
Right.
I think they're calling it that just to capture the zeitgeist of the it's GoldenEye. Ooh-to-doo. It's just
Why are these challenges locked? It's terrible.
And then Prototype 2 is the other playable one now. And Prototype 2 is I really like how they it's no longer the same lead character. It's a different guy now.
Yep.
And this guy is far more driven and motivated to avenge his family, making him a little more of the standard cliche hero. But that changes up gameplay because he doesn't hide necessarily as much like his Prototype sort of thing. He's kind of much more out in the open.
And he's going after Alex Mercer.
And he's going after Alex Mercer. Yeah, you're the hero of the first game. He is being set up as the antagonist for this game.
That's awesome.
But they did talk that the third Prototype game, should they make one, will indeed follow Mercer a little more. Therefore, I have a feeling they're setting it up to where you have these two different prototypes, and they're together going to be the heroes of the second. Maybe even make it a co-op experience. I'm just guessing. I'm not saying they said that, but if you imagine a Prototype co-op experience, like kind of like a Kane and Lynch kind of thing, but with Prototype.
Well, I know a couple guys at Sucker Punch, and I could pretty much clarify that the third one will have co-op, and the third one will have multiplayer.
Nice.
Huge.
Yeah. And they were very, specific to say that the fans of Alex Mercer in this game, in Prototype 2, are not going to be disappointed. They're not, because people were kind of bummed when they find out that character is not just not the character you play as, but is the antagonist. You're playing someone going after him. But they feel very strongly that the story they have crafted will do justice to that character. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that means, what they do, where that goes. So yeah, it's like that Activision party was really cool, and that's where I got the Prototype arms. I got some GoldenEye glassware. I got a Prototype shirt. I got this X-Men Destiny hoodie with headphones and things, and I got a Spider-Man Edge of Time one as well. That's red. Super swag, awesome. It was great. Blacky something Alpha says, Wally, do you want a PS Vita? I'm really excited for the Vita. It looks fantastic. I'm totally thinking about getting one. The Vita's really cool.
Yeah.
Are you down for the Vita? Are you looking forward to that?
The Vita impressed me at E3. I was very much taken by it as soon as I touched it. As soon as it was in my hand, I was blown away.
That's the thing, is I was at the Sony's announcement conference for that, and in the audience, the announcement was a little lackluster. I mean, it was cool and exciting, but the name doesn't strike immediate excitement, and then some of the other announcements were a little lackluster. But as soon as you get it in your hands, though, as soon as you are there and you are touching it and you can understand that it's got two touchscreens on the front and the back, what exactly that means for gameplay. The Vita could... I don't want to say...
And the gyroscope, by the way, was very, very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's just precise. And usually a gyroscope sort of technology is a little more loosey-goosey and just sort of general left, right, up, and down. But this was very precise.
And from my perspective, I was playing Uncharted Golden Abyss, which I was like, wow, the graphics on it look so good for a portable. But there was a part where I picked up a sniper and I was using the gyroscope to aim at my enemies, and it was very precise, very, very, very precise.
Someone says to wave to pretend, or to prove that it's live. This is totally live right now, and I'm waving to prove that I'm live. And Professor Builder says, I sometimes crawl into the corner of my room and pretend to be an apple. Do you do the same, Wally? No, I actually pretend to be a watermelon.
Over and over again, and I don't appreciate it. Alright, so let's play.
Where did you seriously get Gus, Wally? I got Gus, seriously this time. On a mission to the moon. I was part of Apollo 73. It's one of the black as in secret, moon missions. And we went to the moon. We were on not the dark side of the moon, the other side, the light side of the moon, the part that you could see. And we were at the Sea of Tranquility. It was our off day, so we were just chilling, laying out, Moon tans, by the way, are the best tans possible because the way the sun is sort of unfiltered when it comes around to it. Moon tans. If you have an opportunity to be on the moon and tan, you will never get a better tan. And I'm sitting there, and out of this crater, I see like this little head pop up. And so I go over to it, and there was Gus, and Gus immediately. Like, have you ever seen the movie Lost in Space? The little alien that sort of immediately befriends the Robinson family. That's like Gus here. He immediately came over and was my friend. It was awesome. So that's how I found Gus. The truth is finally out there.
That's the truth.
That's the truth. Avik, can you slap Wally?
No.
Nope. I have programmed him not to harm me. Because if you've been paying attention for almost 4 hours now, he is a robot. Kind of like Data from Next Generation. Say my username, my friend said it was live, but I don't believe him. Me Mike 220 is your username, and you just said say my username. My friend said it was live, but I don't believe him. So there you go.
Nice.
When will you play Connect Live, or will you? There's just really nothing worth playing on the Connect Live right now, or the PlayStation Move. Like, I think the technology of the Move is superior, but there's nothing to play. They're moving to like rail shooters and stuff, and that's just I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Especially with the Move, because you have a navigational nub thing. It shouldn't be rail shooters. Like, I was just playing Ape Escape Move. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. It's just a rail shooter where you're going it's just unimpressive all the way around. But the technology's there. Hopefully they get better use out of it in the future. B-Boy Triple Tricks gets a shout out directly to you. Done. Done.
What are these guys doing?
Hey guys, welcome back.
Yes.
Signet says, did you get you new people yet? Yeah, we've actually got 4 new gamers. The 4 are Alex, who you've seen, Joey, who's awesome, playing a lot of Diablo stuff right now, that classic game, and he is easily probably the best Diablo player I've seen. And then we've got Max and Tyler, who just started last week, and I was at Comic-Con all week, so I didn't get too much of a chance to hang out with them, but they're awesome guys too. They were great in the interview, and they were great in person. So, yeah, we've got new gamers. You should look out for their videos. They're really, really good stuff coming out. I think Tyler's playing the classic Banjo-Tooie, the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. So that's awesome.
Sucks.
That Diablo guy should try Torchlight. Yeah, actually, Alex played Torchlight because it is very Diablo reminiscent. That was one of the big reasons why we had them do that. Because Alex is also a Torchlighter or a Diablo. Tyler looks like David Spade. Well, I'll let him know you said that. Drink acid. Drink acid.
Dude, all the comments you're getting right now are like the same one the Apple one was that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. But
yeah, you guys are. Sounds like you guys are really unoriginal, is what they're saying. So you should try harder, please. I'm not gonna say please next time. Does Gus love tacos? Only from Tito's Tacos. He's very specific about his taco intake. Play Mortal Kombat. No. It's a Batman. You click on a Batman Arkham Asylum stream and you're going to ask us to play Mortal Kombat? Really? If anything, maybe we could switch over to Lego Batman. You know, but I don't even. We're 30 minutes left. We're just going to kill it with Arkham Asylum. We'll just keep it up with that. You guys should play Homefront. It's the new Black Ops. Well, if it's the new Black Ops, then it's the new No.
No.
Can Wally shoot a gun? Depends on what kind, and depends on if you mean in real life or not. But the answer is no. Let's see here. How about some Twitter? What's up on Twitter? We've got Vash the Stampede says, at JW Wally, shout out, what's up? What's up to you two? Skaterboy1589 again says, if Alex gets more Twitter followers, you should wear a bikini for one day at Mahalo. You're a horrible person. And I had to and I read that, so now you've heard that too. Ugh. Blah. All you people that want to know Alex's Twitter handle, I'm not going to tell you. Why would I tell you? That would put me at a negative position. She did type it in, and it is in there. So all you have to do is go back and look. Are you going to do another live stream after this one? Not for today. I think we're done for today after this. But tomorrow, there is a live stream with Alex and Krell. They're doing WoW, I believe. They're going to do some WoW stuff. Should be good times. And then on Friday, we get a viewer's choice again with Chad and Adrian. Those are always a blast. And be sure to request Barbie Fashion Adventure.
Fashion Adventure?
Fashion Adventure. That's a very specific one that they love to do. So, I mean, if you guys want to have good times, Barbie Fashion Adventure. Do you like apples? No. Well, it depends on what kind of apples. The kinds that you eat, those are good. I do like those. The Signet, you're not helping. Just saying. WoW is classic and awesome. I agree. I don't, but it is classic and awesome. Mr. Joker the dog is trying to trick. See, what you're trying to do there, you can't spell it like that because then I know what you're doing. It's a joke you have to say. Do you like fish sticks? Now, there's subtlety to that when you say it, because I could have said two different things. But when you type it, particularly with the D in there, I can immediately see what you're trying to do. And so my answer is no. But I do love fish sticks with an S in the middle. The next days is a Benedict Arnold. Really? It's alright. I won't hate you too much. What's your favorite DC character? I'm a big fan of Skeets. Anyone know who Skeets is?
Nope. Not I.
Good evening, Arkham Asylum.
Skeets, I'm curious if any of these guys know who Skeets is. As a character. And so we'll give him a second to sort of catch up, and then I'll inform. While someone is explaining that fish sticks is a reference to South Park, yes, it is. One of the better South Park episodes. It's very good. Choose a number, Wally. 1, 2, or 3. 2. So yeah, it looks like a bunch of you guys don't know who Skeets is. Skeets is the robot sidekick of Booster Gold. Booster Gold is a hero from the future who isn't particularly superpowered in any way. He just has future technology. Huh?
Isn't he just a computer?
Skeets is a computer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Booster Gold is a guy, and he comes back to the past with his knowledge of the past, the present when he's in, and future technology to be a superhero. And he's got a little robot sidekick named Skeets who sort of flows around and gives him all the information, and he's my favorite. Skeets.
What was the other guy's name?
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold's in the DC Online Universe.
Yes, he is. And he's a classic DC character, particularly in the 80s when he was teaming up with Blue Beetle, Ted Kord. One of the better team-ups. It was them. They were just a blast together. I believe it was the Justice League International comic is the one they were featured in heavily. Sort of an 80s version of Green Arrow and Green Lantern, although far more fun. The Andrew Show 11 says, "Are you guys live? I really need help." It's true. We are live. So what's up? What question do you have?
Good ones this time.
Also, Aaron Madden gets a what up because he said what up to me. Wigfall 51 asks, like vampires. Do you like vampires?
Nope.
Do you like sparkly vampires?
Depends.
The Twilight.
Oh, no.
The non-Twilight yet still sparkly.
No.
So you don't like any sparkly?
No.
Why do you not like sparkly vampires? What have they done?
Piss me off atrociously because they're so G7.
I don't even understand your reference.
Oh yeah, I know, because I didn't want to say it live.
Yeah, no, vampires are cool theoretically, but in practice lately, not so much.
No. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I will never ever watch any of those movies ever. Period. Even though I tricked my wife into watching The Matrix because of it.
Because of what?
My wife wouldn't watch The Matrix, and I was like, if you watch The Matrix, I'll watch Twilight. And she's like, really?
Yeah.
And and then she started watching it. She's like, oh, this is pretty cool. So when are we gonna watch Twilight? I'm like, never, never, ever.
I
won't even give it a chance.
I did something kind of similar with my girlfriend. I wanted to watch all the Harry Potters again, and I'm like, you should watch all the Harry Potters with me. And she's like, I'll watch Twilight.
Oh no.
Because at least Twilight, there's only 3 movies out right now, and
I wouldn't even watch 10 minutes of it.
It's not horrible. It's not like the worst thing ever. There is some redeeming qualities with Twilight.
I don't care.
Not a lot of redeeming qualities, mind you, but there are some redeeming qualities.
Not to be a butthole, I just don't care. Like, there's so many cooler things to care about right now than that.
But Breaking Dawn is coming out, and they're gonna get married.
What the hell does that mean?
That means they're gonna get married.
I wish I even remotely knew what you were talking about.
Bella and Edward, they're gonna get married.
Why?
You're insane.
I'm insane.
Have you seen the Dark Knight Rises trailer? Yeah, it's a little unimpressive to me, to be honest. It showed more than the first teaser of the Dark Knight showed, but I just don't like the direction that they're going in. I mean, I trust Nolan. It's going to be a good movie. I'm not going to knock the film, but if it was any other director, the trailer and just the film as a whole would scare me. It's just not going in a good direction, I don't think. Hopefully, I mean, I have faith no one can say that. He's done it in the past, he can do it in the future.
This is one of the funnest combat systems, dude. So fun.
It looks like a blast, I have to admit.
I gotta let you give it a shot so you get familiar with how it works.
I will, I'll do it in my off time so I can play around and not be a rube on it. And then next time we'll probably do another Arkham before the game comes out. And I'll make sure I'm on the driver's seat on that one.
Oh, that hurt.
How are we streaming live? Basically, we've got some software and we are partners in the beta program with YouTube on the live streaming stuff. So there's lots of steps that you have to walk through to get there. It's not just something that you can just decide to do. DDX says, Wally, make a flash game for Gus. Right now, we'll wait till it's finished. Maybe. Actually, it's not a horrible idea. Actually, not the worst idea I've ever heard. Yes, Go Drink Acid is letting our good friend Captain Obvious know that she is indeed a chick. Have I seen the Amazing Spider-Man trailer? Have you seen the Amazing Spider-Man trailer? What did you think of that?
Besides the whole beginning crap, I really loved it, how it ended. It was pretty cool. I'd love to see some of that first-person thrill ride Spider-Man vision.
I was a little unimpressed when I saw it the first time in bootleg form. I was kind of really bummed that they were going in just a complete reboot direction, telling the origin story again. I really think that that's one of the origin stories that never needs to be retold. It's pretty obvious. Everyone knows the origin of Spider-Man. But upon seeing the full trailer in the proper version attached to Captain America, I do have to admit, I think they might have done enough different with the origin to warrant retelling it. So I'm giving it a shot. Aside from that, the cast is great, and I hear that the tone of the movie, despite what the trailer looked, is not dark and emo, but in fact wisecracky and fun. And that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, Spider-Man is supposed to be wisecrack.
Yeah, like it's a key component in who and what Spider-Man is.
Come on, boys, he's just one man. One man dressed like a lunatic and armed to the teeth. Go get him!
Avik, accept my friend request on PS3 soon. We gotta play Uncharted 2.
You know, the sad thing is, you know, as down as I am, and you know what, I'll take you up for that. Who was that?
That is, Don't Drink Acid, or Go Drink Acid.
Okay, absolutely. I believe I have added you, but if I haven't, I will. And I think Uncharted 3 multiplayer beta ruined Uncharted 2 for me.
Wow, it's that good.
It's that good.
I can't wait. Uncharted 3 is... When does that come out again, Uncharted 3?
11/1/11.
That's a difficult date to remember. I don't know that I can do that, so I'll have you remind me when that comes out.
Oh, you'll know. I'll be playing.
Wait, it's just a little title. It's going to kind of sneak in here and just be played very quietly, right?
Yeah, I should do that too. Just not tell anybody.
Yes, if you spam the stream, you will get kicked out. That's and Mafia Killers right now is doing a really good job of testing that limitation right now. Give me a shout out, please. I have to go really quick. Well, then you have a shout out. Has Redis Cool 123? Yeah, Super TV is right. Stop spamming. If you spam, I will have to kick you out, and I do not want to do that.
I gotta do that perfect night bonus. Do not get hit at all.
Do not get hit.
Let's do it. Do it right now.
Go Drink Acid will kick your ass in U2, and you can forget about the U3 beta. Yeah, those damn videos, you're right. I can't wait till Dead Island either. It looks fantastic. What 3 games would you get this year if you could only get 3? I know immediately what my answer is. Yeah.
Arkham City, Uncharted 3, Gears of War 3.
I would also have Uncharted 3. I would have X-Men Destiny.
Does that come out this year?
It does. Oh, well, maybe. There was some confusion. I thought I heard Activision say they did not have a release date.
Okay.
But then the poster at the booth...
Actually, wait a minute. That game's coming out very soon, actually.
At the poster at the booth had a September date. So I don't know if that was a mistake or if they were just holding it off to see. But September does sound right.
Yeah.
So X-Men Destiny, and then
that game does not want to compete against the games that are coming out later on.
No,
here.
it does not. And then honestly, just because you said the other ones, and I'm not going to repeat, Lord of the Rings: War in the North. I'm looking forward to it as well.
That's right.
I think that's going to be really good.
Did you actually get to play that?
No, I didn't. I've just been watching video and gameplay and stuff. Also, I'm a really big fan of music and games and movies and stuff. And they're making a big push for the music in that game.
It's just getting better and better.
They played live at E3. They had an orchestra in the hallway, like as you were coming out, playing music from War of the North, and it was good music. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I think I'm gonna pull it off. This might be difficult on the last run, but I might pull off the perfect.
You haven't been hit yet?
Nope.
Nice. You got this.
Dark Knight bonus. There it goes.
Old Republic needs to come out soon because I'm tired of waiting, and I don't know if that game is ever coming out. It's like the Duke Nukem Forever of MMOs. Oh! Snap, crackle, and pop! Oh! Run away! This is crazy! This is outrageous. Oh! Snap! You got this! Almost! Oh! You're starting to come to. Oh man, he should not be able to get up from it. Did you do it?
That's it.
Oh, well done.
I should have the perfect night bonus, baby.
Well done.
Perfect night.
That is fantastic.
And that beats my personal best, which was 20,000, and I did it. That's all I wanted to get.
Nice.
20,000, and I did it. That was that's pretty awesome.
Every time I turn around.
Good stuff.
Chaotic Chocolate. One more, and I'm gonna have to ban you. So please do not.
Let's go back to the story. See if we can figure out.
Yeah, we'll play the story for a few more. We're gonna play maybe 15 more minutes.
15 minutes.
Well, 20 more. We'll do
Or 20, sure.
20 more minutes, and then we're done. Giving you guys a heads up. So that's it is coming to something of an end soon.
Okay, the puzzle is 100 billion% in here.
Yes. Okay.
So, because it just started me off here. It wouldn't do that for no reason.
Yeah.
So we're back to this crap. Make sure we could get it somehow.
What do you think is better, Killzone 3 or Black Ops? I actually really like the story in Killzone 3, and
pretty epic.
Yeah. So I would say that's better, but the overall gameplay. I mean, I'm not a Black Ops fan. I will not play Black Ops for you on the live stream, but you have to acknowledge the gameplay in that game is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
It's really good. It's this sort of first-person shooter perfected.
Yeah, the controls also are one of the best, and
Yeah.
a lot of games copy it. So.
Which is ultimately the truest form of whether or not it's a good game, is if people are copying your style.
I'm back to this crap, and I'm getting pissed off.
Aaron Madden pre-ordered Dead Island from GameStop. It's a good idea. I think that game is going to sell buttloads. So to guarantee yourself a copy, pre-ordering is the way to go.
That is a great idea. Because it will be a very good game.
Which is better, God of War or Gears of War? Hands down, God of War. God of War is...
They're two different games.
They're two completely different games. But God of War, I think, is maybe one of the best third-person hack and slashers ever.
Oh, yeah.
And there have been some classics in that genre. But God of War is all of them, particularly 3.
God of War 3 is ultra epic. It's probably the most epic game ever made.
Yeah.
But like I said, for me, when it comes to shooters, I love Gears of War. It's one of my favorite shooters.
Fully Wolf says, I honestly think Dead Island is all hype. Really? You think it's all hype?
I don't think it's all hype.
I've played it. I don't think so. I think you're wrong. I think it's going to be very good. It might not be the greatest zombie game ever, which some people are kind of thinking it will. That's true. But it's going to be a good game. It's got the pedigree. It's got the just the look and the feel. And I mean, the demo that I played was a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and say you're wrong.
Dead wrong.
People are saying you have to go back to the main hall and go to the office.
Main hall and back to the office. Okay.
Now,
where is this office?
Yeah, where is the office? Thank you for telling us to go to the office, but you got to tell us where the office is. Finished God of War 3 in 3 hours the first time I played it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
You're awesome, clearly. Hazy wants a shout-out. Hazy can have a shout-out. Although, I can guarantee you a shout-out if you were to Twitter follow me and @mention me. Mwahaha. I'm such a Twitter whore. I am. Jester23, shout out beanbags. Okay. Skaterboy1589 wants to know, how old do you have to be to work there, and is there any requirements to work there? Well, the biggest requirement is you have to be a really good gamer. Not necessarily like an all-pro at everything, but someone that has the ability to pick up fast and be, a quality gamer pretty quick. Ooh, look at that. And then also, the minimum age, I do believe, is 18. And then obviously you have to live in Southern California, Los Angeles particularly. And yeah, but right now we're not hiring anymore. We just added 4 new gamers, and we're happy with that. Not going to add anything more to it at the moment. So just enjoy us for what we are. Your friendly neighborhood walkthroughers and live streamers.
This should be fun.
Have you found the secret maps for Arkham City in the Warden's office? Did you find the secret map?
Check this out. No, I'm about to find it.
Cool. What are you, Spider-Man?
I was about to do something really awesome.
Pink Forever 1996 says, "Oh my God, you're still in the library? Before I went to have a shower, you were there. Now I come back and you're still trying to get."
Yeah, I was actually playing the challenge.
Yeah, we were in the challenge mode for like an hour, so don't don't go too crazy about it.
I just win in general.
Oh, this guy's all alone. Good night.
Oh, he's running away. Poor guy. Shout out to Trevor McDonald too. Shout out for Pokemon 2108, which is me, Mike's friend.
Why would you do that to me?
So we are in the last 15 minutes of our stream today, guys. Just giving you that heads up. Is there anything that you would like to talk about, particularly what you might have seen at Comic-Con, or in regards to Batman? We'd love to hear what you have to say. Let us know. Let us know. I'm curious, what do you guys think is the best superhero movie of the summer so far? Well, not so far. I think we're pretty much done with them. Have you guys seen Captain America yet? How does it compare to Thor, Green Lantern, X-Men, and those? I know what my favorites are, but I'm curious what you guys have to say on the subject before, I go. There's an air vent in that room, they say.
Yep.
Those damn videos says Captain America. Captain America is a great movie. I was really impressed. I liked Thor, but I really like Captain America. Captain America was so good it made like Iron Man 2 better because it has so much stuff from Iron Man 2 that it sort of comes back to it.
That's right.
Yeah. Which series is better in your opinion, Silent Hill series or Resident Evil series? Ooh. Honestly, I might give it to Silent Hill on that one. Because I think Silent Hill is a far better scary game.
Horror game, right.
Resident Evil, I would say, is a better franchise, and the gameplay in that, the story-based stuff in that has always been fantastic. But as far as horror games go, Silent Hill has been scary.
It says, investigate Dr. Young's affairs.
There you go. Silent Hill, yeah. It's great. Someone says Thor was the best. Interesting. So far, no one for X-Men First Class, which would be my favorite of the summer so far.
Going after the notes yourself,
Did you think that Alan Wake was one of the scariest games out there? I do. I mean, Alan Wake is moody and atmospheric, but it wasn't as scary as Silent Hill was.
There's some freaky moments, but...
Yeah. You guys should play Fallout New Vegas one day. Yeah, well, Fallout New Vegas is a great game, but I don't really know how that would translate to a live stream. It's definitely kind of a...
Right.
You'd have to have... it should probably be a lot like this, where someone's just playing it and the other person's just sort of talking. So maybe we'll get to that. If you're requesting that, we'll keep that into consideration. Oh, Dead Space, yeah, Roller Coaster fan. That's a scary game.
Dead Space 2 is awesome.
The Dead Space on the iPad was even scary. If you've ever played the iPad Dead Space game, even that had some really freaky moments. Yeah, the Dead Space franchise, amen. By default, my favorite is X-Men First Class because that's the only hero movie I've seen this summer. Well, it's mine, but not by default. MeMike220 says, "Wally, do you have a Facebook? Because I don't have Twitter." Don't worry about it. I don't begrudge anyone who doesn't want to play the Twitter game. I didn't for the longest time, so no biggie. 'Tis not an issue.
We'll say why for now.
Have you played Limbo yet? It's pretty freaky. I've not played it, but I've seen people play it, and you're right. It has one of those sort of moody, atmospheric freakiness. Limbo, the one where you're kind of just walking around and it's all in silhouette.
If that scares you, then you got a problem. That game was pretty original, but I got bored with it.
Mr. Ployd says, he's talking about the game. There is no Silent Hill movie. There is a Silent Hill movie, and it's a really good movie too.
That's right. There was a movie.
Yeah, I actually really like that movie. It got the tone of the game down just perfect, as opposed to something like Resident Evil, which got the tone of the game very wrong. But it was still a fun movie. Like, I think the Resident Evil movies are a blast, but they are nothing like the games. Silent Hill is exactly like the games, and it is freaky as hell. And it stars one Sean Bean, who is awesome.
Whatever that place said, like, whatever half a day is, probably like 4 hours.
This is security officer.
Batman Arkham City will be fantastic. That is a true statement. DDX says, I'm going to add you to PSN after the stream. Yeah, thanks. Please go ahead and do so. There is no limit on PSN friends, and I will accept any and all. No, I don't believe there is.
Oh, okay.
So anyone that wants to be a pal on PSN, feel free. My PSN handle is the same as my Twitter handle, just without the @ symbol, obviously. So those are places that you can find me.
If like we absolutely have then we'll make use of the time, especially if we're going to try and shoot at the gallery second.
All right, guys, this is basically the 9-minute warning. We're coming down to the end. So if there's anything you guys wanted to say or talk about, and we're just sort of holding out, it's like, oh, I don't know if I should say it. I don't know if I should say it.
Say it.
Now would be the time to say it.
Before one, both of them actually really only need 2 shots.
Say it. Say it now.
If we did for the
how big of a fan are you of GTA 4? I love the GTA games, but honestly, after Vice City, I haven't even beaten any. To me, they're just too open-ended. They're like the other end of the spectrum of something that's too linear. They were a little overwhelming. I love to play them. I've played all of them. But when I play them now, I just sort of get in the car and run around and beat up people for 30 minutes and then put it back. And I'll do that for hours and hours and hours.
I personally love GTA 4. Just so fun to play.
Have you seen Inglourious Bastards? Yes, it's a fantastic film. Any new weapons on Batman Arkham City?
Yep.
Definitely. Do you know specifically what they're going to be, or do you just know that they'll be?
I know for a fact, weapon-wise, there is going to be a batarang with detonation. So you could actually throw it like a proximity mine, have it stick to a wall or even an enemy, and pop.
That's going to be cool. Well, when do you guys play Black Ops Annihilation? When I'm not around, specifically.
And same here.
Yeah. I mean, obviously not every time I'm not around, but if I'm here, you know that we're not playing Black Ops. I'm getting Saints Row 3. Actually, that game, I was never a big Saints Row fan.
But did you see like the recent gameplay?
Yes! Oh my god, every time I look up, there's something new from Saints Row, and every time it looks better and better and better.
Right.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm totally down. Me Mike wants to know my Xbox Live account. I don't have one because I don't play Xbox very much, if at all.
That'll depend on the space.
X-Gleet wants to know if I should pre-order Dead Island. Is it worth it? Personally, I think so. I think it's one to pre-order.
I would say if you have a buddy or 2 or 3 that you play co-op with, if they're all down, I almost guarantee you will have a phenomenal time with the game.
Yeah. Think of it the same way you think of like a Left 4 Dead, but with a better single-player story. So it's not strictly and solely a multiplayer experience for you.
Right.
That's how I look at it. And for me, that's worth having and worth owning. So if you ever feel the need to get together with some friends and just do some zombie action, you'll be able to do it. Oh, unfortunately, there is a limit on the number of friends you can have on PSN. I did not know that, but the limit is 100, which is a very high number. Well, then the first 100 win.
I think we are officially stuck.
Nope. Figure it out. You got 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
Did I play Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi at Comic-Con? I did not. Was it there? Was it good?
Basically mimicking as watching.
What's a cheap Xbox game that's fun? you could probably find this pretty cheap, but the Chronicles of Riddick, they remastered that for the 360, right? That is likely you can find bargain these days because it's yeah. But that game is phenomenal.
Great game.
One of the best movie games of all time, and definitely go for the remastered version, the 360 version, because it has some new missions and stuff in there too. Some few extra treats. That's really good.
Now, Furwall.
Have you played LA Noire? Yeah, well, LA Noire is good. See, I like LA Noire better than like the GTA kind of thing because it's more of a linear push in the story. You know, you kind of have a drive. But I mean, Grand Theft Auto does have that, so don't jump on me for that.
Grand Theft Auto has way more action.
It does. That is true. But LA Noire has ambiance, and honestly, ambiance is huge for me.
And one of the best character interaction / facial expression / facial technology.
Some of the best, you know, CG cutscene stuff we've ever seen. Mr. Poids wants to know what my PSN is. My PSN is exactly my Twitter, just obviously without the @ sign. So JW Wally, you can find me on Twitter as well as PSN under that moniker.
It's like one of those ink blots there.
Are you excited for Assassin's Creed Revelations? Mildly so. Mildly so. I'm not, you know, super duper excited.
I'm a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed series. I think it's going to be great. Which do you think would be better, Arkham City or Uncharted 3? That's a tough question.
It is.
I obviously, if you're looking at overall value, Uncharted 3 easily.
I would say it's all depending on who comes through on their hype, because both games are offering a lot of stuff, and undoubtedly some of it will be disappointing or not be as exciting as we think it might be. So whoever can minimize that, who can deliver.
On the game. They changed his name.
It's past tense. He used to be Freeze.
Exactly.
Now he's like a lawyer.
But also one of the things we could do, like I was saying, is side of the picture, that there's like almost like the minority report metadata.
I think Halo 4 would be pretty cool. I'm actually excited for the Combat Evolved remake.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I don't know what to think of Halo 4. I really don't. I'm gonna need to see more. Just see. There's like, oh, it's Halo 4. To me, that's not enough. It needs to win me back.
I don't know what it is, but.
I personally think Halo is one of the best controls on 360. And the addition of, Reach for me was one of the best Halo games. Just because gameplay-wise, it was so advanced and still is so good.
I actually dug the sort of ambiance and accoutrement of ODS. I liked
that too.
The story. Like that was the first time that I really kind of connected since the original Halo with like the story of the game.
And that's cool, but no jetpacks, no perks. Like the new perk system was one of the best things they had because again, just made gameplay so good. Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh. So it's asked if we are going to, when's our next live stream. For Mahalo Video Games, there is going to be a live stream tomorrow at the same time, 2 to 6. It's going to be Alex and Krell. They're doing WoW, I do believe. And then on Friday, we've got Adrian and Chad coming in for a viewer's choice. That'll be fun. And then this weekend, there'll be live streams as well, although they're not scheduled out at the moment, but guaranteed to happen. And yeah, I don't know specifically when mine or Avik's next live stream will be. There's a decent chance that I'll have an impromptu live stream of Lego Batman at the end of this week because I do need to get through the story mode before I can make my free play videos. And I do enjoy doing that live for you guys. So you can look for that. If you're following me on Twitter, at JWWally, right there, you can you can see the announcement if that ever happens. If I ever get on there, I will always announce it through my Twitter for you guys to follow, because I'm going to want you guys to watch. If I'm going to do it live, I'm going to want you guys in there. So, yeah. That's coming to the end here. Ooh, the Joker. That's some good designage. I like the lipstick on the skull.
That's the one I want.
First appearance of Joker was 1940.
Yeah. I saw the guy that created the Joker at Comic-Con. Yeah, he was in Artist Alley. He's this really nice old guy.
Nice.
Yeah, very old is the key. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for us, guys. I hope you enjoyed our stream and these videos after the fact. Feel free to send any future requests of games you want us to play or anything else to requests@mahalo.com. You can follow us on Twitter @videogames or individually @JWWally or @VorikMan. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys again. We'll dance you off. Dancing off, dancing off, dancing off for you. Dancing off, dancing off, dancing. Bye.